Hello, hello. I'm Steve from Mac84, and welcome to another live stream. How you guys doing today? My goodness, we got, we had a consistent number on YouTube Studio before it decided to break there. But we have like 20 people here. Oh boy, we have Retro Techie, we have Michael, hello, good day. Taj, we have Scarlet Swordfish, we have Classimac, Distro Hoppers just stopping by for a second. We have Sad Mac356, we have Gaming Extra, can't pronounce things, I'm terrible. Jeff, Trina, we have Dylan, we have Jay from the House of Moth, we have Hot Rod, we have Mike from Mike's Mac Shack, who was the first, let me say. And yeah, I think that's everybody. Cool. And Dusty and Marcos. All right. Sweet. Hello from Brazil. Well, hello from New Jersey. And Malto. All right. Well, people are just going to keep flying in there. So, hello, everybody. And so what we're going to be doing today is I just have a hodgepodge of stuff to do, stuff to follow up on and to finish up and things. And we're going to do some soldering, we're going to do some tinkering around, and I have no idea what else we're going to do. We're going to do it. I have no plans for the evening, so get cozy in your chair, get a snack ready, get a drink, because this might be a while. All right, so apologies to any of my previous streams where what has been happening is OBS sometimes likes to forget what audio input I'm using, and sometimes I'll plug in the camera last, and then it'll default to the microphone that's in the camera, not the nice microphone that's on my desk. So if my audio was low for the past dozen streams or so, that's why. So yeah, we're real professional, and that's just what happens. And I'm double checking now that it's on the right microphone, and it is. So that's good. All right, cool. So what we have today is we have a Macintosh 2 logic board, which I'm going to put some battery holders on. Now, the Macintosh 2 has 2 spots on the board where you would usually find batteries that are soldered in, so they're not in sockets. And you get one of these Maxell bombs there, or 2 of them actually. Hello, David. And yeah, those are usually soldered onto the board. And they don't make it easy to replace. So, you could buy these little battery holders there, but these, unfortunately, are not the best because the little legs here are not in the position where you could actually put them on the board relatively easily. So what we have to do, and as I'm saying that, I have to realize I have to turn off my soldering iron and change the tip. What we have to do is use a different variety of battery holders, and my friend Bruce from Brankus Creations turned me on to this, and let me give him a plug there while we're talking about Bruce. So you probably have heard me millions of times say Bruce from Brankus Creations. Well, you probably subscribe to him as well, but if you don't, you should. He has an excellent YouTube channel, and he also has a wide variety of recapping guides and tutorials and all this good stuff on his website, so be sure to check him out. And he clued me into these battery holders, which are, where'd I put the other one? Which are a little bit different. You can see they have longer legs there, if the light catches them correctly. So you can actually bend those to actually fit on the board and touch the contacts if you're careful. So that is what I will be doing. And I really just lost the other one there. I don't know where the heck I put it. And it doesn't really matter, but you saw it before. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. And again, if you have not heard of Bruce's channel, go subscribe to him and go to his website. He has a bunch of recapping stuff on there. So today we are working on a Macintosh 2, and I'm going to be fancy like Bruce. I'm going to put some text there so everybody knows what the heck I'm working on, although that won't stop people from asking. I completely understand that. Even after Bruce put the text up, Bruce is like, no, yeah, that's what I'm working on. All right, let's get the text here so I can edit it. And Macintosh 2. There we go. We type some fancy text here, and we put this in the corners somewhere like that. And you can't see anything I'm doing because I didn't transition it over yet. And there we go. Let that burn into your plasma television. Sorry. All right. So, okay. Almost got a 7,200 for $50. Ended up getting an Apple TV for $5. I think the Apple TV was the best deal. There is no Macintosh 3. We've been I mean, there's LC3, there's Apple 3, but there's not a Macintosh 3. Anyway. Alright, so what we're going to be doing is switching over our soldering iron tips, which I almost forgot I was going to do. Oh, that's how my brain is recently, so get used to it. Bunch of crap on my desk here. Where are my soldering tips? Oopsie. There they are. Yeah, I do not have a fancy iron that I could change the tips without it being off. So I do have a Pentium Pro processor. I have no machine that actually goes in it. So that is, I guess, a problem. What's your idea of a Macintosh 3 would be? Oh, that's a good one. Probably like a sort of like a Quadra 840-ish type machine. You know, maybe the same form factor as a Macintosh 2, but put in like a caddy drive next to one of the floppy drives. Maybe that'd be cool. But yep. All right. So let me. I'm losing all my tools here today, and we just started the stream, and I'm losing my tools. You know, I introduced myself. We're getting right into the topic here, and those are my snips, not my pliers. Dana, did you steal my pliers? Oh, Dana's not even here yet. He's slacking. Dana is slacking and not here to cringe at my pliers reference. How dare he? How dare he? Just to mention, the Macintosh 2 actually takes 2 batteries, if I missed that before. So we will have to put in 2 battery slots into this machine. Here they are. I knew they were somewhere. There you go, Tom. You logged in just in time. And for anybody who you know, they can't make the stream, or, you know, they're busy, they're, you know, spending time with actual people and doing things in the world, well, not to worry. You could always catch the restream, the rewind, whatever you want to call it. It is available. It's not as interactive, I guess, because you know, I'm live now, not later. But it is always available after the fact on YouTube, so that is always nice. Alright, so we are going to not try and screw this up and burn ourselves. There we go. I'll put that over there so I don't lose it again. I will, don't worry. Okay, yeah, I don't know. What are these actual people you speak of? All my friends are on the internets. Alright, I'm going to move that over there so I'm not getting cross-eyed as I look at this, because the YouTube screen takes up too much space. And alright, yeah, how's everyone doing? I'm doing okay. I am taking a few days off of work, so I can tinker on some more stuff, and I can procrastinate on a bunch of projects I have not yet finished. That's what I do. Let's get the camera to a more respectable position so you're not seeing the back of my head for every shot that you take. There we go. That the camera takes. I can't talk today. I can never talk. It's almost the afternoon. Well, it's about 10:30 at night here. But it's a Saturday, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Alright, so let's get 2 of these, because we will need 2 of them. And I already did solder on 2 battery holders onto this board. And I did that after I was testing things for a while, and I got frustrated that they because this machine requires the batteries to turn on. You could jump start it, but it's kind of a pain. So yeah, I did solder these just crudely onto the board, and we will be removing these battery holders, which have 2 AA batteries in them. Just set up a laser printer. Is it a retro one or a new laser printer? All right. So, you know, it's funny. I clean up things. If you would have said, for $1 million, do you have a USB-C to USB-C cable in your house? I would have said no. And I found one. It must have came with some crap I bought sometime, and I didn't really notice it. So, there you go. It's a new one you got for free. Excellent. That is always nice. Oh, there's a power adapter I cut off the snip to and I was looking for. Random things. Here's the Sega Genesis controller from my previous video, which I left on my desk to get tangled in the wires that are below my desk. How about that? Who watched the little video I put out? I know it's not really Macintosh related, but who watched the video I put on that TV? That was a fun little TV. That was a nice find. I will certainly use it in the future. It's not every day you see an analog, well, not an analog, but a 4x3 TV that has inputs in it, you know. The analog inputs, rather. Words are hard. Oh, yes, I remember hearing about that on the Discord channel. Oh, good. Glad you got, you just acquired a printer. Well, I guess this is mine now. It's clearly shipped to my address, so this is mine. You can't take it away. Finders keepers. That's law, right? Okay, so I am going to just quickly apply some heat now to the edge of where I put these wires on before, just to release them. And I really need that fan. I need to get a fume extractor like Bruce, but until then, I just got this little USB fan that blows air in a general direction. Hopefully that's not making too much noise or anything. There is distortion all over your shirt. Probably. I don't know what you mean by that. Is it just because the shirt has patterns on it? It's making like a weird pattern? Because, yeah. Alright, now I'm self-conscious about what I wear. Thank you. Censoring my shirt. I can't see what YouTube is doing, so. Fan to warm up the motherboard. Yeah, hopefully there's no distortion. My end says everything is green and no drop frames or anything like that. So, you're joking. I look great. Well, thank you. Alright, so now we get our microscope in here because I am not going to be doing this without the help of my microscope friend here. There we go. Alright, so we're going to be switching over to the microscope. Alright, it would help if I could look here. Now, you don't really need the microscope for this specific task because these things are so big, it's easy to see. But it's better than holding a camera over here and shaking around. Alright, so there is 4 pins. There are 4 pins, rather. English, bad, good, speak hard. And so essentially we're going to take these pins out of the board and we're going to bend these pins for the battery to fit there. So the battery holder, rather. So actually let me show you with the bigger camera here, just so that makes sense. So here's the Macintosh 2 board. It is huge, and this is where the battery socket will go. Well, that's upside down, but you get the idea. Hopefully there are going to be 2 of them right there. So we have to take out the previous pins here, and actually, yeah, there they are too. This is going to be a pain in the butt because I'm going to have to bend those. Yeah, I might have to do this away from the microscope. So let me just leave it on this view for a bit. Just to work on this briefly. Yes, this one was on a few streams. It was ultrasonically cleaned, and I actually have to test it because, as you know, sometimes things go through the cleaner and they come out requiring some extra work. And I'm already seeing some areas that I did not put solder on because I was still testing, and we'll have to put some some ultrasonic cleaner. Wow. Solder mask, that's the word I'm looking for, solder mask, because there are exposed traces here. And, you know, it's not going to do it any harm. This board was in pretty rough shape anyway, as far as the traces go, but it did boot up eventually. So, let's hope that ultrasonic cleaner did not undo anything. So, oh, we're getting into puns. I like puns. Puns. Rapunzel. Alright, so, let's add some flux here. And where's my tweezers? Where did my tweezers go? I'm misplacing everything. Here's a video card we're going to be using later on to test. And it's a floppy drive thingy. Ah! I lose these tools all the time. All the time. Oh boy. Alright, well, there's tools somewhere. There's the toothbrush, there's the marker, there's the... Where's the... Jeez, I'm just misplacing everything. This is a horrible stream so far. Oh, well, I could use this pair of tweezers. No, there's no tweezers in there. Wait, yes there are. Right, that's from iFixit. iFixit tweezers. Finding some new tweezers. I swear I have the other one. Where the heck did I put it? Hold on, this is gonna drive me crazy. Alright, my scalpel's there, which I have to put a new blade on, so we'll do that. I was scalpeling away at something and snapped the blade. Thankfully, the blade did not snap and go into my eye or anything. That would have been bad. But, well, how about that? Whatever, we'll just use these. If I break them, I break them. I gotta find a new pair anyway. How about that? Huh. David is here at the start of the stream. Oh my goodness. Yes, eye protection is good. That's why I have glasses. And yes, my glasses have tape on them. Wait, here. You can see. There's tape. Glorious duct tape. I have an eye appointment on Monday. Thankfully, somebody canceled, or it would have been till middle of December. And so I'm going to get a new pair of specs. Look fancy. Fancy in our glasses. I don't know where the heck those went. Anyway, let's get this started here. So I'm just going to try and persuade this to come out. It would help if I knew which way to bend, because the thing is bent underneath. Almost got it. There we go. Alright, so that's one of these long pins, actually. No worries, Joe. Catch you later. Alright, and we're going to get the other one here, and that is bent, actually, ooh, that's going to be a pain to do. Let me bend that first, because that's bent at a very, very peculiar angle. Just bend that slightly there, and hopefully that'll get that. Yeah, you know, I learned a trick from Bruce, and that is to use the larger tip of your soldering iron to persuade these to get out of there. And it really does help, because the more heat you have, the bigger transfer of heat there is. And this one just came out just like that. Just really makes this a lot easier. And I'm smelling burning smells. A lot of burning smells. Steve, do you have any video where you show your ultrasonic cleaner? I do not. I filmed part of it and I never got that done. But I found the project on Final Cut, because I used to have things between a few different hard drives. So that's something I will likely be resurrecting. It's probably not going to be too in-depth, because I know Bruce is going to do a video that's super in-depth about all that stuff. And I don't have the smarts to compete with that. But I'm just going to show how mine works and the results and stuff like that, where I got mine, etc. I think that would be an interesting enough video, hopefully. But it's not going to be too fancy. But I would strongly recommend, when Bruce's video comes out, to watch that. Because I'm sure his will be filled with tons of information that is helpful. What is not helpful is this. Is the solder is not coming off of this. Oh boy, where was I? Where was I? Where was I? Looking at this board. There we go. Boop and boop. Yeah, sometimes you have to add new solder to these old solder joints just to persuade them to come off of the board. And that's already made a little bodge wire thing there I gotta fix. I'm gonna tidy that up. Oh, that one almost fell out of the board just by looking at it. How about that? So we'll take that out, and then we'll get under the microscope and get a better view on what I'm doing. But just taking these out for now. Huh. That one wanted to come out. This fan is not blowing the air in the way I want it to. It's blowing it right to my face. Awesome. Awesome. Let's breathe in those fumes we're not supposed to breathe in. Which way is this bent again? Oh, okay. So toward me. It's getting there. It's getting there. This is proving a little more difficult than the last two. Let's try that from the other side. Hello everyone. It's picking up the extra solder on the other side. This should hopefully help us a little bit. And you know what? There's this extra long tab here. I'm just going to clip that off. We're going to take it out anyway. Should hopefully help us remove that a little bit. Alright, so let's try this again. Get a little eep of flux there on the board. This is actually bent on the board to go the opposite way. So there we go. That will help. There we go. We got that off. And now the last one. Again, some of these just take a lot of heat to get out of there, especially this one's on the ground plane here. So that's going to be fun. Fun. Hello, Dana. You missed my thread of pliers before. And that was insensitive of me. I triggered you, so I apologize. I would have triggered you. So. So I'm just trying to get out this last leg for this battery holder. Well, the battery that used to be there. And then we're going to put in a new battery holder and clean up this board a little bit. And that should be done. Ready to be returned to our friend. Won't this one budge? Come on. There is hardly anything there. This is silly, but let me just try and heat it from that side and just pull it out, because sometimes they're in at an odd angle. That's all that you could do. Nope. The board said no. No. Yours farts instead of bonging. Well, I mean, all speakers are made up of, you know, that same type of material, so I guess they could rot. Well, not all speakers, I guess, but I guess most of them. I'm trying to remove the leg from this battery that used to be in here. And this is on the ground plane, so it is making it very difficult. I'm just bending it how it originally was, so I can get a better grip on that. But so far, this is the most stubborn one out of all of them. You know, I finished the work on this board and then thought, oh yeah, I'll clean up that one trace, and then I'll work on this, and there'll be 1, 2, 3. But here we are. There we go. I just added some solder to that. Came right out. Okay, so let me show you. No, this is only the second Macintosh 2 that I've ever seen. The first one I own, and the second one is this that the client sent me. So, all right, let's switch this over so you guys can see what I see. Do you see what? No, too early for that. All right. Adjust that, and there goes my flux. Yeah, so this you could see had some pretty nasty stuff on the board there. Now those are all making a connection. At least they were before the cleaner had its go with it, and I will be testing all of this. This needs like a boatload of solder mask on it. But yeah, those big areas over there, right by the plus terminals there, that's where the battery holders are going to go. So we're going to put those on. Yep, I have a 2CX. They are nice machines, very nice machines, and I wish I could get mine working. I wish I could. Before we no, that would make no sense, Steven. You're not making any sense. Why would you even do that? I was gonna say before we put the battery holders on, let's make sure the ultrasonic cleaner didn't mess up the board here. But yeah, we can't because the batteries aren't in. These require the batteries to boot up, otherwise you got to jump start it and it's a pain in the butt. So we're just going to do it this way. So what I'm going to do is just take the solder out of those holes there, and I'm going to try and position this board in a way where it's not obnoxious to work on, because this board is kind of big. Yeah, there's a few possible bad things on here, and so we will be looking over those very carefully, I assure you. And yeah, because this board was a lot of fun to diagnose, and there's a lot of copper showing and a bunch of that stuff, and so we'll be fixing that. So makes you miss your Sentra 610. Well, squeak. Those are fun machines. You could find one probably relatively cheaply because nobody really wants those anymore. Okay, all right, we are now out of focus for everybody. Let's fix that. There we go. Only really on the ground planes does it eat heat. It's quite annoying, but so far we haven't had too many issues. And of course, as I say that, I'm going to be cleaning up these areas where the battery terminal holder will have to go. And so of course that's going to make a liar out of me. Alright. Squeak, sorry. That's the microscope, it making the squeakity squeak squeak. That's sort of what it does. It likes to squeak. As I almost poke the camera with the soldering iron. That would not end well. Alright. Hey, look at that. Almost done. Yeah, well, this microscope came to me squeaky, which is a bit annoying, but I mean, I guess whatever. Ow, that's hot, hot, hot. That sounds like a standard config for 610. My microscope squeaks. It does not eep. If it did, that would be cool. Yeah, this one's gonna be fun. Hey, look at that. Expect the worst and be happily surprised. That's how I go through life. Hopefully everybody is enjoying their Saturday or whatever day it is where they are. Hopefully you had a good day. I was watching Mike's stream before. Mike had a fun stream. He was playing around the G4 Cube. And it was battling him booting there, but other than that, he made some good progress on it. And I'm sure all of you are subscribed to Mike's Mac Shack because I keep mentioning it. But you totally should subscribe to Mike's Mac Shack. And just for the sake of doing that here, I'm going to slowly get the banner for Mike I made here and touch the wrong button. And there we go. You should totally subscribe to Mike's Mac Shack if you are not already subscribed. I know probably all of you are because you're cool people. But just in case you missed out on it, you thought, oh, geez, I don't want to look like somebody who comes late to the party. Well, don't worry. There's still time. You can subscribe to Mike's Mac Shack, and he will greatly appreciate it. He will greatly appreciate it. He has a lot of cool stuff, even some non-Mac stuff, which I always find fascinating because I don't know much about it. It's actually nice because it's like, oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. You know, oh, I didn't know that machine existed, or I didn't know that was a thing, you know. Because Macs are cool and all, but, you know, they're a small subset of things, so it's nice to see how the other half does stuff. If you hit the subscribe button twice, you might unsubscribe, so be careful. Okay. We're just going to go to the other side of the board here. So it might be out of focus for you guys. And if it was, because I forgot I was doing that. Oopsie. Let's go back to the microscope here. Okay. Yes, these are going to be fun to do. A busy day for me, huh? Eep. All right, let's get some of the remaining solder off of here, please. And we might have to put some fresh solder on there to persuade that to come off. Let's try its next door neighbor here. Yowza, that copper gets hot. Alright, so we're gonna... Do I have any Commodore stuff? Well, Jay, I think the requirements are that you have to do a stream every week to get a banner. I mean, I don't make up the rules. I don't make up the rules. You have to do a stream every week. It's in the YouTube terms of service. It's not my rules. Yeah, then you get your own banner. I'll have to make one for your Apple serial number page, but you need to support more beige computers, man. Every time I go to your site, it doesn't like my serial numbers. No, I'm kidding. I know you do a lot of updating for that site, and every time I go there, it has improved. And a machine I picked up recently can actually help me determine the specs of it. So thank you very much on that. Talk to my developer. Yeah, he's slacking today. I don't know what I mean. It's all Bruce's fault. It's all Bruce's fault. And then when Bruce comes, I'll blame it on somebody else. All Bruce's fault. All right. New solder did the trick on that. As I breathed in some fumes. Oh, those are delicious. I need a fume extractor. Why am I talking like this? Okay. There we go. Did I put solder on that already? Yes, I did. Ah! I thought that was it. I was like, yes, we got it! We got it! Nope. Nopedy, nopedy, nope. There we go. Oh boy. Okay. So. Yep, those holes are clean. Sweet. Alright, so these battery holders are not exactly going to fit perfectly. And yeah, there's about 2 or 3 millimeter difference between the battery holder pins here and where they have to go. And let me see if I can illustrate this without having a fancy zoom-in camera. So those holes you can see there, hopefully. And yeah, so the pair of holes are here and here. So these, we just have to bend them just a little bit. And we'll put them in there. Well, yeah, that little bunny guy likes to sit up there. He's just watching. Make sure I don't burn myself or anything like that. Nothing too exciting. I think I misplaced my isopropyl alcohol. I don't know where it went. I had this little container of it. I don't know where it is. If you watched the Big Bag of Wires video I did, I got that from the same flea market / craft fair, whatever it was, that I got that from. That was just one of those things where it was just there, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cute. And the person's like, you want it? I'm like, yep. And they gave me a price, and I'm like, sold. And that's the interesting story of that. Where could I have put that? I had the big jug here, but that's kind of annoying. Let me just grab this off camera real quick. 1 second. Oh boy. Oh, hopefully we don't moon anybody today. That would not be fun. Oh, this plastic has a crack in it, so any liquid I put in there is going to come right out. Excellent. Where's my electrical tape? That'll fix that, says the idiot to the camera. No, that's a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea. I'll try and find something else. Alright, I found something. Let me just go wash it out. I'll be right back in a minute. Oh boy. What are you talking about, DOS now? Oh boy, I'm scared. This is a this is just a client's Macintosh too. That's a fried on cube. Yeah, so I was. I just don't know where my things are today. So it's just a really interesting stream, I guess, of me. Well, whatever. I'll just do this. I'll pour the alcohol into the cap and try not to spill it all over my pants. There we go. And we'll just have to use that for now because I don't have the patience to look for anything else, and I don't want to make you guys wait. Alright, so I'm just cleaning up all the gunk that was around those battery holes. There's quite a lot of flux and junk that... Squeaky! Very squeaky. That's squeaky clean, so that's okay. And this side still needs to be cleaned. So, I'm gonna switch to the microscopy again. I'm stealing all of Bruce's lines, but he invented them. Copyright Bruce Rain, and yeah. Alright, so let me just take all this extra gunk there. And get that off of the board, please. I'd be soldering. Well, now I'm cleaning, but I was desoldering before, I guess you could say. But I will be soldering on battery terminals in a moment. Just cleaning up this spot, well, these spots here. Now I do want to check very carefully before I put these battery holders on. Squeak, squeak, because I just want to make sure there's nothing that looks too horrible. And oof, yeah, that is a little concerning there. I will test the continuity of that and fix that up. You fighting about them sody pop? I don't drink any sody pop, huh? How about that? I'll just fight over that. Why isn't this beeping? Has my multimeter finally died? Hopefully not. I kind of need it to work today. What the heck? What the hell, man? There we go. Beepity beep. Yeah, so we'll clean those up, but they do have continuity, so that is a good sign. And if I put this battery holder over that, it will cover that. So yeah, we do want to take care of that before we do anything. All right, so how are we gonna do this? Well, I guess I need to get a bigger piece of wood here or something, because this board is just ginormous. Chungus board. Oh yeah, that's another one of the lovely traces on this board. You need just like a gallon of solder mask. Just pour it on here. We should be good. Alright, yeah, let's clean that up a little bit. any of those problem areas we saw, just reting them just a little bit. It's going to be harder to do this once the battery holder is there. Check continuity on that, and then we'll put some solder mask down. Yeah, these computers are fun. I tell you what. Let's see, and that one goes there. Alright, that's, yeah, a lot of these traces look worse than they are. That's a technical term. Alright. Now we will get our UV solder mask. I am aware of the current time. That's why I have my UV solder mask curing laser. Pew pew, as Bruce would say. Bruce must be working or just slacking off, because he is not here to defend himself against the trademark use of his sound effects. No worries, Street. I know it's late. I realize it's late. Have a good one. Catch you later. Let's see. Where did this stream today is just consisting of me losing my tools and complaining while I look for them. So I hope that's what you signed up for. If not, write your congressman, because I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. 5 hours left. I don't know about that, unless you like watching me sleep, which is kind of creepy. I don't even know why you would want to do that. Oh boy. All right, so we're gonna try and put some. I just want to put some solder mask on this. It doesn't really need it, but I just want to put a little bit on there just to keep. It's probably not the best application tool to do. No, it is not. All right, throw that out. Oh boy, where did my toothpick go? I'm gonna go upstairs and grab another one, because this is gonna be too frustrating. Be right back in a moment, guys. All right, we got some fresh toothpicks. No, I mean they're big and heavy. I mean, you can't really be too delicate with them. I mean, I approach these delicately. May not look like I am, but you know, this is a client's board as well. I'm not going to be tossing it around, but this has been pretty resilient even with the damage to a lot of the traces here, because when it was shipped to me it needed a recap, and after a recap it was not booting up, was not chiming. So it was clear to me that something else was the problem, which it was. And we found a bunch of traces on the board that required some attention. And a lot of this is probably too thick on there, so we'll have to spread that around a little bit. I just have to go to the dollar store, get some crummy paintbrushes just to waste on this, because I don't want to use my good paintbrushes on just this type of stuff. And I know it's already coated with solder, so technically I don't have to put the UV solder mask on. But since there are some areas here that do not have it and some that don't, that is just something I like to take extra precaution for, especially because this is not my board. It is a client's, and with any work that you want to do, you want to make sure you are doing it right the first time, so you don't have unhappy people coming and saying, hey, it broke, or hey, this isn't working, and then you have to put it on your desk again. And they have to ship it back to you and all this fun stuff. So try to do it right the first time. And just, try your best. And that's why I tell a lot of these folks that send me stuff, some people in the chat included, it's like, look, I'll do my best, but especially if it's like, oh, it just needs a recapping, it doesn't work. Well, if it doesn't work, it might not just be the caps. It could be a number of other things. And until I get it under the microscope, I don't care how many pictures you send me, I won't be able to get an understanding of that until it's in person, It could look like it's a beautiful board at eye level, but once you put it under the microscope, you see, oh boy, there's a trace there, there's that, etc. So, okay. Yeah, this is just a cheap piece of particle board, so I don't burn a hole in my desk, which I wish I had down the first time I was soldering, because, yeah, I burned a hole in my desk. Well, not a hole, just a scorch mark, but it still's not pretty, so. Alright, now comes to the time with the freaking lasers. Let me turn the lights down dim here, because it makes it easier to see the lasers. Pew! So just holding this over the area for, 30, 40, 50 seconds, something like that. How you guys doing? Let's open up a dialogue. Let's chat. I do not, but if you just search for UV laser on eBay, they're about $3. Which one are you talking about, Dana? The one just above? Whoop, turn the lights on here for you. Which direction of the screen, Dana, are you referring to? The one on the right? I'll be doing that. I just didn't get to it yet. The one below? I could do the one below after the battery is on. So, the battery holder is on. I'm just doing the one there just as an abundance of caution. This will be a little difficult. But, you tell me which one you want me to coat with the solder mask, and I will make a stupid sound with my mouth of an accent that doesn't make any sense, and I will maybe do it. 3 traces above you're drawing now. 3 traces above. Above? Above? You mean like on between the battery? These? These guys over here? These guys? Yeah, there's a little bit there. Thank you for noticing that. I will be doing that. Good eye there. Good eye there, Dana. Good eye. If that's the one you meant. He's like, no, you idiot. It's the other one. Flailing his arms at the screen. How you feeling, Dana? You feeling better, by the way? Meant to ask you. I know you were a bit under the weather on Thursday. Other way. Okay. Oh, I see. The actual trace I made. Yes, I will definitely be. Yeah. Like I said, this board needs like a gallon of solder mask because there's tons of little bits here, especially by the ADB port. How that gets power by the power switch. That is just, it looks terrible. But no, it isn't. It the other way. So not this one. Not this. Where's my pointing tool? Where's my prying bar? This guy here. That's all going to be coated. That'll all get fixed up. If that's what you're referring to. Yes, that one. Okay, yep, no worries. That is definitely on the list, but I'm doing this one first because I want to put the battery terminal on. And this is so close to that I do not want to have to worry about removing the battery terminal just to work on that area. So that's what we'll be doing. Oh, I miss After Dark. Yeah, yeah. There was a modern thing, and it is a bit laggy, but there is a web version that someone recreated with CSS, and so you could use that website. You could just download those files locally to your system, and then you can. There's a screensaver module that runs web pages as a screensaver, and you could just use that. So you use those two in conjunction. You got to Google it. I don't know the website off the top of my head, but I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Because they're CSS, you can run them on Windows and Linux, I'm sure. They have flying toasters, they have fish, they have all this sorts of stuff. So, yeah, all those the Simpsons ones, the Disney ones, the Star Wars ones, all those After Dark modules were a lot of fun. Star Trek, rather. It's funny because while I was working on UV solder mask the other day, there was sun coming in from the basement window here, and it was really bright, and I thought I could just hold the board up like as a shield and just reflect the sun off of it, and I'd probably cure it faster than I'm curing it with the laser here. So sorry if this is a bit boring. This is just going to take some time here. And I should just tape down this button because it's kind of it's not annoying to press, but it's like, hey, it gets to you. Do I have a rubber band? Do I have a rubber band? Well, I do. I don't know where it is. If I use this sticker. I'll use this sticker. He's wasting stickers. There we go. Laziness is the mother of invention, folks. This way I can just hold it without holding it and slamming my finger on the button, because that button is not as easy to press as one might think. It's, just a cheapo little thing. But it's one of those weird buttons that you have to push down with a lot of force, and it's spring-loaded, so. Gravis joystick. Well, if I would actually love a Gravis joystick for joypad for the Mac. Now, the problem with mine is, from the factory new, when I got it in the late 90s, mid-90s, whenever it was broken and didn't work. So it'd be cool if you don't want one, I'd be happy to take it off your hands. If you want to email me at mac84tv@gmail.com, feel free to do so. Or if you want to do whatever else you want with it, well, it's yours. You can do whatever you'd like, but just a thought. Just a thought. Huge UV guns. Yeah, that'll probably take like 2 seconds. We're done. The presentation music from The Lion King. Yeah, I don't want to get a YouTube strike. Or I'd try that. Maybe the music will make it help go faster. We're almost done here, I think. No, the one I got back in the day when I was a kid was for the Mac. I might have one for the PC if you want to do a trade. I think I do. I just don't know where it is. And just email me if you want. We'll figure it out. I actually liked the Gravis gamepads. They had a USB version that worked on OS 9 pretty well for the longest time. Yeah, it's a PC gamepad port one, so it is definitely for a PC, I believe. I just have to find where it is. But, yeah, Gravis used to make a USB one, and it sort of was like the layout of a PlayStation controller. I must have at least 2 or 3 of them, because whenever I saw them at a yard sale or whatever, I picked them up because I'm like, whoop, that's Mac compatible, yoink. And you know, they weren't the best ergonomic gamepad or whatever, but I took whatever I could get because, you know, Apple tried with their input sprocket thing, but a lot of manufacturers just didn't make the drivers for them. You know, I am sort of with the opinion that Bruce is as well, that, you know, these machines really fly on the original operating system, and I will boot up both systems 6 and 7. I'll show you the difference later on, assuming this machine wants to work with us here. But, you know, the original OS that shipped with this was some version of System 6, I believe. I could be wrong. And it's really quick on it, but anything larger than that might be a little sluggish. It's hard to see if this is actually done or not, so I'm just going to give it one slow pass, and then I'll poke it with the toothpick to see if that did the trick there. Alright, let's see. Let's see if that is actually stable. And it appears to be. Excellent. We could take our sticker off of this now. Which it released itself of. Cool. Alright, sweet. Ah, boy. Stretch a little bit here. Alright, let's resume the lights. Okay, and we will be, there's this little trace there that, we're going to fix up real quick here. That is still making continuity, I believe. I will test that. And we will just have to put some UV solder mask over that. We don't have to do anything too much with that, I don't think. Okay, where can we test that from? Here to... Okay. So that one goes where? So this is hard to see when I'm so zoomed in. So the third one down, that's definitely this one here. Okay, and then this one would be there, maybe? Yeah, okay, good. They are making continuity. So that is good. Oops. My shirt is catching on things. In a bad way. Alright, so let's just put a little bit of dab of that solder mask on there. And the rabbit hair is everywhere in the house, including inside of the tube of this. I don't know how that happened. Thanks, bunnies. Love you too. Alright, let's just get a little dab on there. That's all we need, just a little bit here. That should be fine. Alright, let's get our laser out again. We are working on a Macintosh 2, and I forgot to put the text overlay on this view. So I deserve that. But I just put some UV solder mask on here. We're just going to let that dry for a second. Cure, rather. And then we'll be putting the battery sockets in place. And we have some other UV cleanup to do. I don't know if I'm going to do it on this stream, because there is quite a lot of it. We'll see how adventurous we are. The white stripe is clearly just a printed diagram on the board, just a printed line. There are lines and text on the board printed in white. That is why there was a white line. The traces are actually on the other sides of that white line. So if I were to zoom out here, you would see there's like diagrams and stuff like that. That's the outline of the batteries. And the traces in between there. Okay, so I think that has cured because it's quite small, so that wouldn't take too much effort, I don't think. We're just going to give that a little nudge. That seems to be okay. Alright, and we are just going to clean up that general area before we put the battery on there. Make sure there's no gunk or anything hanging around there. I do see a little bit of crud here, but that is making a connection there. Let me put a new scalpel blade on my scalpel. It's time for that, I suppose. Let's try and remember where you put the scalpel blade, Steven. Oh boy. There's so many parts and things to have to keep track of in this hobby. And when your desk is as messy as mine, that's sometimes a problem. Just a little bit of a problem. I had a whole box of them. I don't think I moved it off the desk. I couldn't tell you. It's a white one. It's got buttons on it. Big PC gamepad. And then I have the USB ones. But those I think are easier to find. You can jump on eBay. I'm sure you could find them. Oh, where'd they go? Where'd they go? Well, I guess I won't be doing that this stream because I cannot find where the heck I put it. That's frustrating. Oh, boy. Well, I do have this blade. It's not the best here. I did keep it just in case. So let me try and just reaffix that here. Of course, it would be helpful if I put it on the correct way. It'll be good just enough for me to do what I have to do. Yeah, if I put some solder over this area, then I wouldn't really have to put the mask on, so that'll be okay. I mean, all versions of the Mac OS, as far as I understand, are multilingual. So as long as you have an OS that's installed that has all the languages in there, you should not have a problem being able to change the language. Now, OS 10 is very multilingual, but I don't know if, like, I think there are different versions of 9 that you would have to install, like all the languages aren't built into the operating system because the files would be too large or whatever. Thankfully, nobody, to my knowledge, is looking at my my shopping cart purchases from places online. Otherwise, you'd be like, this guy is insane. Why is he buying lasers and scalpels and 50-pound bags of bunny food? What the heck is he doing? That would look suspect. Okay, so time to put in the little battery holder here. So, let's see. I'm just seeing how far we scratch the surface there. That's okay. It's going to be hidden. Yeah, so we actually have to clip the edges of this plastic holder. Let me move the camera here so you can see. Here's the edge of this, and we're just gonna have to basically clip away some of the plastic so these metal pegs could move a little bit. So as long as you're paying, Dane, I'll find a use for that stuff. I'll find a use for it. Read into that as you may. Yeah, clipping away this plastic is easier said than done. Jeez. Okay, that's one side, I think. Hey, you doing anything tonight? You wanna go to Jersey City with me? I gotta drop something off. Don't ask any questions. If anybody asks, we're at your mother's. Alright, let's put this in here. Is that hole not all the way through there? Is there some... Yeah, there's still some solder in there. Of course there's some solder in there. We'll get that out of there. But Joey Number's got a job for you. Don't ask questions. Be thankful that he wants your skills. Nope, that didn't do it. More solder! We need more solder! I didn't see nothing if you didn't see nothing. Honestly, I would not bother with those conversions. If you could just get an product that is made for it, you're going to run into a lot less issues. Trust me on that one. Adapters usually just don't work perfectly out of the box. They have to be configured. There are jumpers. There's this. There's that. If the product exists for your native port, don't mess around. Just get it. You'll thank yourself and hours of frustration saved later on. Goulashes. It's a fun word to say. I gave him a pair of shoes and he got angry at me. Who doesn't like a free pair of shoes? Alright, so we have our battery. That's battery holder. Yeah, look at that. Fits in perfectly. Let's just clean up the gunk that was around there. Alright. I'm sorry, I moved the view. So we're just putting the battery holder in there, just noting the polarity. And there you go. Oops, maybe. Focus, center. There we go. So we're going to put that in there. And I'm just going to bend the pins on the board so it stays in place there. So let's transition again. And you can see we have a new battery holder on the board. We'll have to solder that in, of course. But at least we got it in. Oh boy, I've not been reading the chat here. Leave the gun. Take the Macintosh. Oh boy. Batman Returns, but with penguins, yes. Okay, yeah, scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down. I don't know how converters work, buddy. That's why I'm saying just get original stuff. I don't know. Yes, it's a half AA holder. Well, this is what the client requested, so that's what I'm installing. You could go CR2032 if you really wanted to. But I mean, this looks more, I guess, close to how it was from the factory, because these are the types of batteries that they used. Again, I said to the client I could put battery holders on. These are what I got in stock. They're like, yeah, sure, go ahead. So that's what it was. But you could certainly do whatever you want. I've seen people have wires, which I actually have. This is how I have mine set up before I got these adapters in. These holders, rather. I keep calling them different things. I just had these AA battery packs with wires running out soldered to the board because it worked. That's what I had. But yeah, you could totally do any other batteries as long as it equals up to the was it 6 volts or whatever you need, and you're good. Oh yeah, the Wombat. I don't have one of the Wombats. I have a USB to ADB adapter that I made from a little teensy USB kit. It's like a little development board. About $20 something in parts. Lets you use an ADB keyboard on a USB computer. But you do have to configure it yourself. You have to write some software to that little chip, and if you're not into that, if you just want a solution that works, the Wombat is probably the better thing to do. Just go and buy one of those. But I had the parts. I figured, I'll tinker with it. And if it wasn't for me stupidly screwing up the pin out of the port I was using and putting everything on ground when it shouldn't have been, I probably would have gotten it done a lot faster and quicker than I ended up doing it. Alright, so let's put that on the board. Now these holders are very tight together. But let's see if we could make this work here. Yeah, I mean the problem with this is that the battery holders are a little too close together, so I might have to just bend these cables. These cables, I keep calling them different things because I'm a dork here. I just have to bend these pieces of metal just to fit a different way. Because since they're so close there, they just sort of they don't look professional. They look kind of just like slapped on there. And that is not what I'm trying to go for here. That's not the look I want. I'm sure that's not the look the client wants. This plastic is surprisingly hard to get out. There we go. The half double A are cuter. Well, there's one argument for it. Alright, let's see if that goes in a bit better side by side. Yeah, that'll work. I mean, they're not going to be perfect, but okay, so those are the two battery holders there installed on the Macintosh 2 board. So we'll have to solder them in, but just so you can see how they look. I'm going to double check the polarity. Positive, positive. Yep, All right. And go up and get a glass of water after this, because I'm a bit parched. As you could tell from my rumblings of my throat there, because I just keep talking and don't shut up. Well, that's the this machine actually had 2 batteries. That's what it came with. So that's why there are 2 battery holders. This is one of the early Macs that actually had 2 batteries. One to keep the clock and the settings and stuff, and one was used to help start it up. You actually need that battery functional, which is, it's not just a clock thing on this model. You actually need that battery to work, or the machine won't boot up. All right. Alright, so just going to be making sure that's securely on. Yep, those aren't going anywhere. And let's clip those off. That one went flying, didn't it? Okay. They wobble a bit, but they are good. And I'm not going to keep this battery on the board, of course, but I mean, I don't have a battery to put on the board, what I'm saying, but those are what the holders, well, I'm on the wrong screen again. Jeez. Those are what the holders look like close up. So they are very close together, as I was mentioning, but they're nice. So yeah, a lot of my CRTs dim the lights when I turn them on too. So now what I want to do is test to see if this thing still boots up, because I have not tested this since it came out of the ultrasonic cleaner. Now the irony is I just put half AA battery holders on there, but I don't have half AA batteries. I was using these before. These are just AA battery packs with wires coming out of them. And so I'm just going to loop those cables around the whatchamacallits, the dealies, that's a technical term, just so it makes a connection. And this is the crummiest wire stripper I own. Why am I using that when I bought one? I bought a new one. Where is it? There it is. Hey, Bruce. Welcome to the party. It's about time to plug you again, I think, isn't it? Yeah, let's plug Bruce. So, Bruce here has an awesome website. And I hope he will not sue me for copyright infringement. But Bruce here has an awesome website called recapamac.com. And what's excellent about that website, as you probably know, because I've talked about it at great lengths, is that he hosts all these guides that he makes himself of what capacitors are needed when you recap your computer and this and that. It's an excellent resource. I highly suggest you go to his website, recapamac.com. He also has an excellent YouTube channel. So I highly suggest you subscribe to him if you are not already subscribed to him already, because he has some great content on there. So that is that. And oh, Bruce has an air conditioner now. Oh my goodness. Well, so Bruce has non-stop streams all year round now, huh? There's no escaping it. You can't use that excuse anymore, I'm afraid. Ah, it's too hot out. Well, now you got the air conditioner. Nice. So there you go, Bruce. There's your little plug there. Now I have a banner for you. When Dana does stuff again, he'll get a banner. And when Jay does stuff again, he'll get a banner. We don't know how long that'll be. I think Dana's going to beat Jay. Oh, boy. Got to make a Mac84 banner as well. Too many banners. Alright, so what we did was we put some new battery holders on this Macintosh 2 board. And Bruce, I have to thank you for suggesting those parts because they are nice and snug on that board. Of course, I don't have 2 fresh batteries. I have 1. So I'm just going to twist the terminals, twist these wires around those terminals just to get this to test it. To test the thing because I have not tested it since it came out of the ultrasonic cleaner. And I'm a bit curious if that knocked anything loose. Hello, Matt. Thank you for joining. Modern comforts. Yes. Excellent. Yeah, how am I gonna... Where did my tweezers go? I am misplacing all my tools today. Bruce Banner! Now I get it. I was like, didn't he see the thing? It was on the screen. See, Bruce could be Bruce Banner, or he could be Bruce Wayne. You know, he has a few superhero similar sounding names that he could go by. I'm quite jealous, actually. I mean, my last name is too Italian to sound like any superhero. Like, I'm Steven such and such, and they're like, you want meatballs on the side? What do you want? Alright, that one's in. Yeah, these are just a little bit of a pain to put on here. Macintosh Hero. Smash that like button. Smash it! I have no idea how many likes this video has so far, but I implore you to smash whatever positive buttons you want to. Well, I could just do that, but that's going to be a little more difficult. 17! Not enough! Higher! I demand it higher! Yeah, actually, I don't have... Thankfully, in the basement here, I don't have to worry about the cooling as much, because it's usually cooler in the basement. I do have to worry about heat, but I actually picked up a heater at a yard sale in the summer. So I haven't tested it out yet, but it's one of those... it looks like a radiator type thing. Mazzaghetti. He's got spaghetti in his hair. It's one of those radiator-looking thingies. And it's supposed to be pretty efficient and such. Like I said, haven't tested it out. I don't know if I'll need it. But it was $10, so I'm like, you know what? Worst case scenario, if I don't use it, I could always get rid of it. I could donate it somewhere or do something. Alright, so there that. I'm just using tweezers here to wrap these battery terminals around the battery wires around the terminals. Jeez, I cannot say anything today. And I don't want to solder them on because I just put these new terminals on. I don't want to screw anything up. So, okay, so we're gonna put them like that. I am going to... I think I have a speaker. Yes, there's a speaker over there. I am going to get the power supply, which is this huge thing right here. Ka-chink! It's time to... No, that's not going to work. We have to turn it over here. It's time to power up some Macs. Oh, that's going to come back to haunt me. The mattress guy. Hey, oh. All right. What holds the wires in? Luck and hope. That's what holds the wires in. It does look like a Duke Nukem thing. All right, so now we have to make some room on the desk for this ginormous power supply here. And we do have a video card because this computer does not have onboard video, but they gave you 6 fantastic NUBA slots, so we will be using that. We will turn on the video scaler. We will get our video cable. Yeah, I mean, Apple wasn't going to manufacture their own power supplies. People get really... I'm not pointing you out or anything. I'm just saying people get really surprised that, you know, Aztec and Sony and Dynacorp and all these other companies made parts for Apple computers. And it's like, yeah, I mean, they still did. They still do. You know, Apple doesn't make their own modems. Intel does. You know, other people do for their phones and stuff like that. And it's like, this is business. All right, so I think that's okay here. Let's get a power cord. Let me get that speaker. Yes, it is called a video scaler. That's what they are commonly known as. This is a Atlona, A-T-L-O-N-A. The model number is AT-line-Pro 4. There's many of them out there by many other companies. This is just the one that I happen to have. But I would suggest searching for a manual of anyone you find on eBay. Like I said before, they are pretty easy to find because a lot of companies are upgrading their systems. They no longer need VGA stuff. So I got the book from MacintoshFolklore.org. Great website. Okay, so I'm going to plug this in. I'm going to turn those battery terminals on, and hopefully this thing is going to make a nice chime for us. All right. Okay, on. How about that? It chimed right away. And we got a screen. And it shut off. What the heck are you doing? That's a little concerning. Huh. Bruce. Have you ever had that problem before? I don't know if it's the batteries, if they're not... No, the battery just needs to jump start it. Yeah, maybe one of these traces got knocked loose. Or it's touching something. Oh, I got excited there for a minute. Damn it. So the history of this one is it did it actually do that before? Gosh, my memory is horrible. I did a bunch of trace repair on this and I got it to work. I'm eyeing some of the traces that may have... yeah, let me put this under the microscope again because there were a few traces by this, and I literally just have to go back and watch my other live stream and just see. But there was a good amount of traces by the ADB port and by some of the other areas here that had to be fixed. So I'd have to look at my notes, which are upstairs on the other computer, which is not helpful right now. But all right, those are off, so I'll be able to mess around with that. I know the power supply works on my other computer, unless this power supply just started leaking in the past few weeks. Hopefully not. I'm actually going to go upstairs and get a drink of water. I will be back in a moment. Just talk amongst yourselves and enjoy the little background music here for a moment. Be right back. Okay, we are back. My goodness, you guys have been chatty. Let me scroll back up. We are testing Bruce's site. Okay. Yeah, what I'm going to do is follow Bruce's other sage advice, which is to recheck my work. Because there was a lot of trace work that went on with this machine when it went through the cleaner. And it would not surprise me at all if going through the cleaner may have knocked something slightly ajar there. So, let me just turn that fan off. And let me switch over to the microscope view here. And this is going to be fun, isn't it? This is such a big board. I will switch over to the microscope view in a second. This is such a big board that there's a lot to see. So, alright. And we are focused in on the wrong things. Yeah, I took the camera out. I was trying to do a weird experiment with this camera and something else. Excuse me. So it's not at all how it should be. Everything is kind of jacked up here, so my apologies. I have to make adjustments to everything. Alright, so gosh, I don't even know where to begin on this board. Well, I will begin, I guess. It worked fine pre-cleaning. Yep, and you move this trackpad. I'm going to keep switching scenes by mistake, I'm sure. And we had quite a lot of trace repair that we did. And some of these little ones don't... Well, let's just test things. Let's not assume things. And we're out of focus again. What the heck did I do? What did I do? Did I adjust this poorly? Again, I messed around with the camera, so apologies. There we go. Let's be good for now. Alright, that's still there. There's some gunk on here, but that's not anything that would make a connection. Let me just check the... This board is so freaking huge. All the way over here. What is it doing? What the heck is this doing? Hold on. Boy. I tell you. Oh, I see what the problem is. This whole thing is I have the wrong things loosened and the tightened and the what's it and how did this get loose? That's that. That's that. I don't know what I loosened to. Oh, I see. Yeah, that should be straight. There we go. And this has been Steve fussing with his microscope for 5 hours in a row. Here we go. Okay. So the area that I am curious about is here. This is where I did a trace repair. Now, the ultrasonic cleaner makes everything look terrible sometimes. Let's see if that's still making a connection there. Yeah, okay. So hopefully that's not it. Oh, you know what? It could be as simple as the switch. The switch was pushed in. Yeah, it's a little... We probably need some deoxit on that. I bet you that was the cause of the problem. Let's not get ahead of ourselves and be silly. Let's see if that solves it. I hope that's the case, because that'll make my life a lot easier. Always check the simple things, folks. Okay, we're going to try that again. Take 2. Alright, we're going to move the trackpad over here so I could switch to our capture setup here. Alright, and we are going to, what was I doing here? Here's the video card. Put that back in here. Get our video cable. And there's still some UV solder mask and some stuff we have to do on this board, but I will do that offline. Let's see, what else do we need? Well, it would be nice to have our SCSI-2SD adapter, but I do have the little floppy MU here, so this does not have a floppy port on it. I thought these did. Well, I could just do this internally. Doesn't matter. Doesn't need the external one. Okay. And let me get a keyboard with a mouse. And I need a ADB port. Well, I don't know where my can... Well, I think I do know where my can of deoxit is, but it's one of those things where I'll probably just do, offline when I'm messing around with this stuff. Where the heck is that ADB cable? I had like 3 of them here. Oh, here it is. I actually used the drawers under my desk. How about that? How about that? All right, let's stop talking. Let's shove this thing in there. Plug this thing in there. And get a power cable. And see if that has done the trick. My goodness, there's a rat's nest of cables under my desk. And I need to fix that. All right, let's plug this in. That would also explain why the machine turned on instantly. Let's turn the battery terminals back on. There we go. I don't have the speaker in there, so it didn't chime. We're gonna put a system disk tools disk here. Cursor works. That's good. And it's booting. Hey, how about that? Yeah, I think it was just the power switch jammed in there, and that's just a silly thing. Now it is booting from the floppy MU. It's not going to be as blazing fast as a SCSI-2SD maybe, but there we go. And I think we have 4 megabytes of memory or something like that. 1 megabyte. All right, so these are 256 kilobytes each. Yeah, makes sense. All right, cool. So, yeah, that works. Let's test our SCSI functionality here. Always like to test everything I can on these machines. Where did I put that SCSI adapter? I think it's behind this monstrous power supply. Yes, it is. Now this is going to be cool because the SCSI-2SD adapter with System 6 on it, this thing will start up in like a second. It is stupid quick. Stupid quick. Just going to rest that on there. It should be not touching anything. And we're going to unplug the floppy adapter there. Well, you know what? Let's leave that in. We might want to use that. Let's plug in our speaker because we were robbed of that victorious bong there. Bong. Or chime, whatever you want to call it, man. And let's get let me get one of these little plastic bags, and we'll put the SCSI-2SD adapter on top of it, so we're not touching anything. Yeah, let's try it again. Oh, it would help if that. Oh, I think. Oh yeah. See, these battery terminals aren't exactly. There we go. They weren't exactly soldered on, so. Bong. Oh, the SCSI-2SD needs external power. On this particular model, the SCSI port is not providing that electricity to it, so we're just gonna plug in a USB cable here to power it, and off we go. Alright, so you see how quick that was. Jeez. Got a fast Mac here, alright. Alright, and let's see what we got on this floppy MU here. What can we do? There we go, we got some load runner on here. Just see how that works. The 1984 edition? Ah, poo. Yeah, that sometimes happens. Old software doesn't like stuff. Sonic the Hedge Mac, okay? That is stupid quick. That is great. And just rename this. I can't. That's right. Huh. Thought I could rename that. Here we go. Okay, yeah, because the gotta boot fast. Yeah, this I usually use on a Macintosh Plus when I'm testing things. That's why System 6 was on here. Let's do Mac-Man. I think that's in color. I just wanted to see if it was a color game we could run here. Or maybe this will crash out just like the other one did. Who knows? It's certainly not letting me press anything, which is annoying. Hello, Matthew. And hello to anybody else who joined who I didn't notice. Yeah, this is sort of froze up the system there. I mean, a lot of these games are made for like the original Mac and such, so I don't think it's a memory issue, but it could be. Let's see how much memory System 6 is taking up here. We have a little bit of memory free. This is a little bit. Yes, it does run better with my 2CX. Yeah, I do have. Now I don't know if it'll work on this machine. I did purchase memory. I'm not going to put them in just because this is not my machine. I do not want to mess with the memory clips more than I have to. But on my Macintosh 2, I want to test it. On my 2CI, I was able to get 32 megabytes of memory. And I'm curious if that'll work on here. But yeah, I would call this a success. I am very happy that this machine just needed that power switch adjusted, and that all the previous work I did on the board is okay. Now I do have to clean up some of that ultrasonic cleaning goo. You know, it just makes things not look as shiny. Oops, wrong control panel. So like some of the trace repair stuff, I just need to fix that up. Just want to see how the color looks on this. The color desktop pattern. How about that? But yeah. You know, you could glue the plastic memory chip things together. The problem is people are always like, "Oh, I want to find the original parts. I want to replace them. I want to get new memory holders." Well, they don't really make them anymore. I mean, some machines you could still find them, but I mean, they're specific. So, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, that's it for this machine, thankfully. So I do have some other cleaning up to do, but I will do that. There is a trace on the bottom of the board that was a quick thing just to fix a SCSI issue there. And I am satisfied with this. So that is one more machine down. We'll turn that off, unplug this behemoth of a power supply, turn off these battery terminals. And switch back to the view so you can actually see what the heck I'm doing. How about that? Yes, well, this wasn't the first time I worked on this machine. I did my initial repair on this, then I got flooded with some other work, unfortunately. Not of the vintage computer variety that I had to take care of. And the client has been very patient. There goes my SCSI to SD adapter. And so I just wanted to make sure that I was going to, while I'm still working on some of their other machines, get this back out to them as soon as possible. So that is why I was working on this one, so they could have their Macintosh 2 back in working order. They could play around with that with the Thanksgiving break. That'll be fun. This machine is down? Or do you mean done? Okay. Put this keyboard over here. Don't worry, we're not done with the stream yet. There's still plenty to do. Yes, the Macintosh 2 is the first Macintosh to have a new bus slot. And it has 6 of them. The night is young! Alright, so let me get up and carefully move this board over to the other side of the basement where I will not disturb it. I will be back in less than a minute or so. I just walk this over there. Okay, all right. Yeah, I have the same feeling about the memory holders. If they're broken, if they need to be fixed, replace them. They're pieces of plastic. Let's see. I could show you guys some stuff. That's what I could do right now. Get my water bottle. Where did I put my water? I am parched. Yeah, don't leave tools plugged in like that. Not fun. Okay, yeah, let me show you some cool things that I picked up. Well, one thing I picked up off eBay. And this was from Mac Memories, their eBay store. And I've never really seen these. I didn't know where... I think I've seen them in school, back in elementary school. But this is a monitor stand, and it's all wrapped in plastic. I'm not going to take it out now because I don't have the monitor. Oh, it has a big chip on it. Where's that? Just how it is from the factory. That is hard to tell. If it is a chip, it's an extremely clean break, but maybe it's not. Anyway, I'll have to look at photos. I'm not sure. But this is a monitor stand. And it has, basically it acts like a hub, like a pass-through. So you have ADB ports in the back, and microphone and speaker ports. And then it sort of gives you that on the front of the monitor and gives you a swivel stand. This is for the 13-inch high-resolution ones, I believe. It might be compatible with other ones too, Dana. This was listed as for the 13-inch one. If you have that, I'd be very curious to know if... I mean, that does not look... No, it does not look like a crack. It's like... So on this side here, see how this is a sharp edge? Well, on this side, you can see it's not. It's like a little curve. And it does not look like that's a crack. But I could be wrong. Who knows? If it is a crack, I don't really care too much. But anyway, can the Macintosh use a DOS card? If so, can Windows... No cards I know of. I have a power CD somewhere. No cards I know of will run on the Macintosh 2, but I mean, let me rephrase that. No cards I have work on the Macintosh 2. There were NuBus cards that would probably work on a Macintosh 2 to give a PC functionality. I just don't have it. So But I'm sure there are. They're stupid expensive, I'm sure, and it might not be worth it. Because a lot of those cards were made for DOS, not Windows. Not Windows. Even some of Apple's cards were made for DOS. And if you put Windows on there, you're not going to have the right drivers for it. So they're like 286, 386 cards, if that. So you got to set your expectations low. Yeah, so this was a fun little thing to pick up. I think it was like $20 or something like that. I have the monitor that goes with this stand, and I think that'll be nice to actually have it, because that monitor is a little bulky. Yes, Orange PC, Orange Micro Technologies, is a company that made them. Let's see, what else do I have here? Oh, this was cool. So I talked about a Grape iMac that I picked up in one of my Patreon videos. And I went back to the person that I got that computer from, because they were moving, and I got a bunch of Apple documentation. And I love this stuff, because when I get computers that are used, I hardly ever come with they hardly ever come with any documentation or anything. So it's nice to find that. So this is for Quicksilver. So this is a manual. There are actually some bookmarks that people put in here. How to restart the computer. Let's see. How to install a new hard drive. I don't think I had the manual for Quicksilver, so that's nice. I think I have one for MDD, but not a Quicksilver. So, and this is how to record a DVD is one of the bookmarks here. Recording information on a DVD. If you have a super drive, you can author your own digital movies on a blank DVD or recordable disc. That's pretty neat. All right. Then we have a very early Welcome to macOS 10 booklet. Probably version 1, like 10.1. Full color here. Oops. I love seeing those icons printed. It makes me happy. I guess I could get rid of this working on text, because we're not working on anything right now. There we go. I just love. Let's just look at that. I mean, this is before the iPod, so they're showing off the Rio Creative, or whatever that is, the digital media player on the right hand side there above the CD. And is that the? Oh, that's a Kodak camera. They're showing off there. Oh, I have that. See this camcorder here? I have one that looks very similar to that. See that camcorder? Where is it? Here. Let's see if that's the same one. I think it might be. No. Maybe. No, because the screen... No, yeah, wait. It looks similar. Let's just say that. It's a similar... This is a similar looking camcorder than what they have in the picture there in the middle. So. Alright, so that's cool. What else we got here? Oh! We have some, looks like promotional things. Save $500 on an Apple LCD monitor when you bought a Mac. That's probably what they did. So that's pretty cool. You have a sweet deal promotion. I remember these. So you get Microsoft Office and save some money there. Apple Care Protection Plan Quick Reference Card. How to use TechTool Deluxe. How to keep it up to date. TechTool Pro Deluxe, rather. If you're having difficulties with your Apple computer, try these troubleshooting tips. Check connections, disconnect peripherals, troubleshoot extensions and control panels. Use TechTool Deluxe. Oh, gosh. I do own a few of the LCD Studio displays. I don't think I own all of them. I own 2 of the 17-inch that are the Blueberry and the Graphite. I own one of the acrylic 17-inch ones that are all clear, the CRT ones. I own a 15-inch LCD, the 17-inch LCD, and one of the ones that's like a 20-inch plastic one, but it's kind of messed up. But It's pretty. It just as a pretty thing there. Apple Care Service and Support booklet, and some type of warranty thing. What is this? What is this for? Let's open this up. There's some things in different languages here. Just your illegal mumbo jumbo. Oh, it's for a cinema display. Yeah, so yeah, they actually had a similar cinema display here. Look at that. That is cool. Oh my goodness, Mike, you didn't have to do that. Seriously, thank you very much, sir. Eep. Thank you very much for your super chat. It is greatly appreciated. I will support you. And yes, your stuff is cooler. Except that G4 Cube, I think it runs a little hot. But what else we got in here? What else we got in here? Warranty card. Oh my goodness. Maybe they got the cinema display in Japan? Interesting. Or is that Chinese? I'm ashamed of myself. I should be able to. Yeah, this is Japanese there, I think. Anyway, Apple Asia Pacific covers the following countries. Yeah, this display might have been purchased not in the United States. That's an interesting little tidbit there. I actually know the people that I got this from, so I will have to ask them. Yeah, this is like you would mail back your registration card or whatever. That's pretty neat. I'll have to ask them about that. Okay, yeah, that was all the paperwork there. Now, I'll give you guys a choice of what you want to do next in a minute. I still have one more thing I want to show off. Now that Mike is here, it's a perfect time to do that. If I can go ahead and find what I was going to show off. That'll sort of give you a hint there. Where did I put the rest of it? Oh boy. Where did I put the rest of it? I just had it. I thought I brought it downstairs. Probably didn't because I'm a dork. Oh boy. Where did it go? Wherefore art thou, Palm Pilot? Yes, this is a Palm Pilot cradle, for those of you who do not recognize it right away. Jeez. You know, I had it in my hand. I'm like, oh, you know, I'm going to bring this downstairs. I obviously didn't. Or I put it somewhere, and it's escaping me at the moment. This stream should have been retitled, Steven Misplaces Things Constantly Throughout. Because I'm just disappointing everybody. But Mike gave me a Palm Pilot with some cool gizmo attached to it. And I want to show it off. But I don't seem to have it here. I guess I got to go upstairs and grab the darn thing. Mike, I don't want to just take your PowerBook apart willy-nilly and break the darn thing, because I don't have I don't want to just do that right now. I think I've ingested enough solder fumes for the evening. Yeah, I'll be right back again. Sorry, let me put on the hold music, and we will get to... What the heck is... OBS is sitting at me right in the face. Oh, this is going to be a long night. Alright, I'll be right back in like 2 minutes. All right. I found it, Mike. I didn't lose it. It was right here, right in front of me. All right. What's in here is what I want to show you guys. Now this is a little Palm Tungsten T. Nice little Palm Pilot. I used to have one. Has a headphone jack. Has an SD card slot up here. Full color. I believe it runs Palm OS 5, some version of that. But what's more interesting is what's in here. Oh boy. This is a, I believe it's a Margie. I don't know how you pronounce that, but it's a presentation system for a Palm Pilot. And I was actually looking at these a while ago. I didn't realize Mike got it just by chance at a thrift store. And basically, you get this SD card gizmo that plugs into the SD card slot and gives you a VGA port, so you could present whatever is on your Palm Pilot there. So that is pretty darn cool. That is really darn cool. Of course, you need your power brick with it, so you know you're going to be tethered however you're presenting this. But I guess you didn't have a netbook, you didn't have a laptop or something. You could have a little Palm Pilot presenting whatever you had to present. So I think that's really cool. I need to get the charger for this Palm Cradle. I think it's in the bag that's still in the car. And either way, it would take a while to charge up anyway. But I think this is pretty neat. It did come with a little cheat sheet here of little instructions here. You need to hot sync the software over from the CD. You think it has Wi-Fi, but you can't remember. Yeah, the Tungsten... Oh, this is a T. I thought it was an E. Let's look up the Tungsten T for a minute, because I had the Tungsten E, I believe. They made so many of those models. Let's see what this one had. It was the first device in the Tungsten T line with... Wait, what? Oh, this is the first one. Okay, so the E model was the cheaper model. That's the one I had, of course. This one has 16 megabytes of memory, a 144 megahertz Texas Instruments OMAP processor, built-in microphone for voice memos, dedicated voice memo button, headphone jack, a speaker, runs Palm OS 5.0, and Bluetooth. First Palm Pilot with a 320 by 320 screen resolution, Bluetooth built in. Yeah, so pretty cool. This is a very interesting little device. I will be playing around with it more, and it actually has a little carrying case with it, so that's really cool. I got to see if the other one works first, Mike. I will gladly trade you a scaler for this goodie. So what I believe what Mike explained to me was he used to frequent a thrift store, and one of the gimmicky things in that thrift store, I think I have an iPack somewhere too, was basically, yeah, and I have a Newton somewhere, was essentially you would just like buy a bin of stuff. They wouldn't show you what was in the bin, but you would have to buy the whole bin of things, and this was included in there. So you got the little remote, you got a short VGA cable to go from that adapter to whatever, and yeah. I never had Prodigy because I had a Mac. I don't think Prodigy was on the Mac, unless I'm mistaken. But we had AOL back when we were growing up. The eMate 300. All right, so yeah, the eMates are cool. I didn't know you had one, Mike. I forgot. Yeah, the eMates are a lot of fun. I mean, they were a nice piece of hardware. I mean, I think it was actually selling well too. So it's sort of a shame that got discontinued there. But I navigated away from my YouTube thing. Let me go back. I know we're just sort of chatting and rambling here at the moment. Let me just go back to the screen I was at before. Local BBSs then directly dial up to the internet provider. Never did AOL Prodigy. Okay. Yeah, the Apple II was a pretty good one too. The Apple IIc. Oh boy. All right. So yeah, so we've been going for 2 hours and 18 minutes, but we're not going to be stopping anytime soon. Everything but the charger. Well, that's good because the Newton chargers aren't too hard to find. So I have one, and I share it between all of mine. I think my my eMate came with it. But let's see. I have a Mac here that I don't know if it's gonna fit on the desk. That's the problem. But do you guys want to see a Macintosh? You guys want to? We need to install an OS on it. I don't know if it'll fit on the desk though. Do you guys want to see it? I guess you might want to see it. Let's see. We have to move the tripod back though. We gotta move this back. We gotta move this back because this thing ain't small. It ain't small. It's not light either. No, it's not the Molar Mac. That thing is on the other side of the basement. Oh boy. Whew. Oh, that'll get your heart racing. My goodness. Oh boy. Whew. This is a Power Macintosh G5, and it's so large I can't even see the darn screen. So I picked this up when I went to get so all right, I got that Grape iMac from a couple that was moving. They had this, and they had another iMac G3, and they thought they were going to hold on to this Power Mac G5. And I said, yeah, hold on to it. I don't need another one. But they're moving, so they don't want to take anything that they don't need to take with them. And they said, you know what? We don't really want it. Do you want it? Otherwise, we're just going to bring it to Goodwill. I said, well, if you're just going to toss it, I'll take it. So that's how I grabbed this. No, it's not a Mac Pro. Stop spamming the chat, buddy. This is a Power Macintosh G5. So this is a PowerPC computer. And you could tell that by opening the door here. And there you go. Now it does not have a hard drive. We will have to put a hard drive inside of it. And we will have to get that set up. But it is a dual processor, 1.8 gigahertz air-cooled version. This is the second generation of Power Macintosh G5s. And so this is, I do have a dual-core 2.0 air-cooled one upstairs, but this is a dual 1.8. And I do see some antennas floating around in there. I don't know if those are supposed to be dangling like that or what, but I'll have to take a look at that. But, yeah. So, yeah, this is an interesting little computer here. And what's nice about this is it's in pretty darn good condition. Yes, that'll be on my tombstone. Somebody will take my tombstone. Now, what was interesting is, now I shoved it in here for transport. The graphics card here has a ADC port, and I never really saw one of these. But this is just a simple ADC to DVI adapter. So you got ADC on one side, and you got DVI on the other. So I don't have one of these ever. This is handy. I mean, it doesn't give you the power or the USB capabilities or anything, but this is just a simple ADC to DVI adapter. And so I've never seen one of these before. So I'm like, all right, sure. I'll make sure that goes to a good home. No, this is the air-cooled one, not water-cooled. I know you're shocked that there's a computer here. Just listen, you'll figure it out. Yeah, this is, I think it was by Dr. Bot, or what was one of those companies. They would basically, I think, make these themselves. This kind of looks like the Apple end. I'm not sure if it really is though. It could very well have been handmade. Who knows? But there were a few different companies. At least it has both processors. Oh, Mike. Oh, Mike. Well, it does have the original power cable, which is nice. So I do have that. Oh, I forgot to take the screws out of the hard drive there. The little plastic nubs out of the hard drive. That's all right. I could. They're just plastic screws. I'm gonna take this off real quick, just to see what we got here. Just the graphics card. It's a bit dusty. There is a wireless card there, but we have like this wireless antenna that's just hanging around here. Let me get the camera in closer so you can see. Yeah, I didn't know they made such a thing either. Alright, so yeah, there are these wires hanging here. I don't know if they were just attached to something and they just became detached with time. But one looks like an airport card antenna. And the other, I have no idea what that is. Maybe it's infrared? I'm not sure. But they have little adhesive pads, so maybe they just came loose. Not 100% sure. It is, according to the barcode here, it is a G5200. So whatever that card is, that's what is inside of this thing. So the original specs are dual 1.8 gigahertz, 256 megabytes of memory, 80 gigabyte hard drive, DVD burner, and a 5200 graphics card. Yeah, so yeah, that is this little machine, which is good because I have a dual core one and it's missing the fan, so I keep getting those. Yes, there are spare screws here, but I was thinking, because I took the hard drive out from the owner, I should have taken the plastic screws out of the drive. But I don't know if they were actually in there, because I just took the drive out and it was pretty easy to take out. So let me just put that back in. Yeah, I mean, these people kept their things in very nice condition. That iMac that I got was in very nice shape too. So yes, this only has 4 memory slots. They are all full. I see one says a gigabyte. This has at least 2 gigs, maybe 4 gigs of memory. I'm not sure. We're gonna try it out in a second. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, this was a pro machine, so they did go that extra mile there. Now this does need a hard drive, and so we will have to install an operating system on here if you guys want to hang around and do that. If not, I could stop the stream, but I don't know how exciting installing an OS is there. No, this has SATA hard drives, thankfully, so that makes it a little bit easier, because I do have a sort of an abundance of small, like 80 gig SATA drives. I don't have an SSD that's available. I put it in the machine I'm streaming from. So, you know, while that would be cool, I just don't have that available. Now, this also has little antennas for the airport, so I don't know why you would want to use wireless on a desktop tower, but there you go. You would also need a different antenna for Bluetooth. This is before they built the antennas into the housing. So this revision requires little plastic antennas that you put on there. Kind of silly, but I guess that's just how it is. And maybe that's why that antenna is dangling, because maybe that's for the Bluetooth. And this one probably does not have Bluetooth built in there. So, I mean, I don't know. When we boot it up, we'll see. I think I see a modem. Yeah, I see a modem, but I don't see the wireless card. I mean, I could be wrong. We'll see. You know, we'll see what's going on there. But yeah. All right. No, I don't have any netboot set up for OS 10. I think I was setting one up for 9, but I have a Tiger installed on a FireWire hard drive, so I think that is over here. Let me just move this out of the way. Yeah, here's a PowerPC hard drive that I could boot off of it. I'll put that over there. And yeah, I guess we'll do an install on this if nobody has any objections. I mean, I don't know if that'll be boring to any of you, but I mean, I feel like doing it, so why the heck not? I actually have a few of these, Mike, if you need one. I picked them up ages ago. Nobody wanted them. I didn't have a G5 then, so I sort of held on to it. Okay, let me adjust this here. I'm sure I'll make it entertaining. I hope so. The only trouble thing is I usually look on this screen to see what I'm streaming, but the G5 is blocking it. So that's kind of annoying. Let me move this over here then. There we go. Okay. Story time with Steve. Yay. Happy time. All right. I will try and find a power socket that is free. Let's hope we don't blow any circuits on this thing. I heard something click. All right, let me grab a FireWire cable. Oh, there's one right here. How about that? Even without the hard drive, I just want to see if that will boot. Let's see. Actually, you know, let me just. I know where the hard drive is. Let me just grab one. We'll see if that one will work with this. Okay, so we have a Western Digital 160 gigabyte drive. Nothing too fancy. Yeah, I got power strips all over the place. Okay. I'm not going to bother putting the screws in yet, because with my luck, I will put them in and then the drive won't work, so. No, I don't have a spare SSD. I don't got gobs of them like some people. I mean, this is not a scripted video. I didn't buy parts and wait for it. I literally just got this thing. So, you use what I got. If I see any sales for Black Friday on SSDs, I'll pick one up, but I don't got them laying around. Yeah, I mean the Micro Center Inland brand SSDs, I've had good success with them, but not something I'm going to bother with right now. Now I am going to put this back here, otherwise the fans will go a little crazy, I think. No, yeah, I know it's not going to break the bank. It's just, Amazon is not instant. I'm not going to get it in an hour, so no sense in me ordering it right now. Go. And let me grab a keyboard. USB keyboard, where art thou? Yeah, crap. I see a PS2 keyboard. You know, we could just get away with the mouse for now. We can get a keyboard later, I guess. It would help if I had a USB mouse. Jeez, Steven, where are you putting all your things? There we go. All right, and I will need. does this, what the heck? There we go. Why won't this mouse play? Oh, the metal on the USB is bent a little bit. You stupid thing. There we go. I will actually have to change the adapter here. I actually have to use a DVI adapter because this adapter here is just digital. It does not have the extra little pins there for VGA. So let me just grab a VGA one here, a DVI one here. There we go. Oh, would you look at that? There's no VGA connector on the back of that. What the heck? That's a weird thing to happen. Okay. Why do I even still have that adapter if it's broken? All right, let me go over here and grab one. And I found a keyboard too. How about that? Alright guys, calm down in the chat. If you're making the moderators angry, you're going to make me angry, and we're not going to have a fun time. So, take it down a peg, please. Yes, it could be used as a space heater. I'd prefer to use a dual-core machine as a space heater, but you can't be picky, I guess. Yeah, hopefully the microphone being so close to the end of the fans here is not going to be a problem. Oopsie. Or I'll have to put this thing on the ground. I probably should. Yeah, let me put this thing on the ground because it's just going to... It's just going to be a pain otherwise. Let me just move some of this garbage out of the way. Yeah, otherwise you're going to get an earful of Power Mac. This is going to be fun. And it's lopsided. Why is it lopsided? Because there are a bunch of cables under it, dummy. There we go. Okay. Yes, I am. Alright, and then we just need our video cable, which we disconnected, and we're currently stepping on. There we go. Okay. All right, well, we'll need one of these USB extension cables because it's slightly further away than we can use, so... Yeah, these machines aren't exactly light. Oh boy. All right, so I'm gonna power this thing on. You'll probably be able to hear it, and hopefully we get some happy noises, huh? All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Yay! It chimed! It bonged! Should be holding on Option here. Let me switch to the video capture so you can see what I see. See, we have our external Tiger hard drive here. I'm just using a cheapo USB to HDMI capture card from eBay. It's about 50 bucks. They're this blue metal box thing. But to get VGA to work on it correctly, I'm using a video scaler. You could use any video scaler that does VGA to HDMI and accepts a multitude of resolutions. This is a Atlona scanner, A-T-L-O-N-A. The model is AT-Line-Pro 4. All right, so we are getting a bit of cutoff here. There we go. Let's go to Disk Utility. And alright, it's not detecting the hard drive. That's concerning. So maybe the hard drive is not entirely happy. Let me just go to the menu on this scaler thing here. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be able to change anything. It wasn't too loud, honestly, the fans. Yeah, let me see if let me quit Disk Utility. System Profiler. No data found for serial ATA. Oh, is this too? No, because these came with Panther, so Tiger should have drivers in it for everything. Alright, let me shut this down. Maybe the hard drive is bad? Or something. Wait, let me just check Disk Utility one more time. Nope, it's not. Yeah, that's all it's showing. Alright, let me quit this. There's no shutdown option, but sure. Yeah, I thought so too, Greg, until I got curious. So you won. Greg was like, you're gonna bring that down to the basement. I'm like, no, it's too heavy. No, I did put a hard drive in it, Mike. I showed you guys. I put a hard drive in it. I thought I plugged in all the cables too. Yeah, SATA cable's plugged in, power cable's plugged in. Let me turn it on and see if I can hear it spin. No, it's an old spinner drive. No, it's making hard drive noises. So, I mean, it could be the hard drive is bad. I'm gonna boot it up one more time. If not, I have another drive I could use. So it's not a big deal. They should be. I pulled out a working hard drive. So the machine was working. All I did was open it up, take where the sled is, and just take the hard drive out. That's all I did. So I doubt that anything could have become that disconnected. But here we are. All right, let me grab the other hard drive. I'll be right back. Now, it could simply be that these hard drives are dead. Well, you know what I mean. Not a sled, but that little cubby area. And it just shut off. What'd I do? What the heck was that all about? Why'd you shut off? Thing's cursed already. Alright, let me take that hard drive out. No, the cable didn't come loose for the video. It just shut the heck off. I sat down and it shut off. Yeah, it's probably as borked as your hard drive is in your cube, Mike. If I get the darn thing out of there, come on. Alright, so take that one, put the other one in there. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now, Mike. I'm trying the other connectors. It's hard to see this when it's on the floor like this, but I'm gonna try the other pair just in case that's the problem here. Alright, so try the other cables here. Let me close the door. I don't know, maybe it overheated. I have no idea. Try it again. Yeah, you got that right, Mike. Now I think the drives that are formatted in there are Windows formatted drives, but yeah, the fans are running. There's a plastic divider in there. If the fans weren't running, I'd be concerned, but they're running. And like I said, they had this machine on for ages. There we go. And we have a nice, happy Windows hard drive here, which we're gonna nuke. Who cares what's on there? It's not my stuff. At least I don't think it is. Oh, hold, please. No, alright, it's not even showing there. Alright, whatever. Okay. Why can't... Oh, I got to... Why is the resolution so screwed up here? I can't get to the buttons I want to get to. I guess let me erase it first. Yeah, I say I can't click the I can't click the options button. That gives me the I think there's an options button down here that I can't see. I can't see the thing. Well, I mean, I could partition it, but that's not going to help me because it's not the Apple partition map. Yeah, the button I think is over here. I could be wrong. It doesn't hurt to erase it twice. Yeah, but it's in the master boot record format right now. That's not going to help me. That's why it's only showing MS-DOS there. Let me see if I have a... I think I need another display just because this is it's. Yeah, it must be because it's converting it to VGA. It's I'll erase it as many times as you want. That's not going to change the fact. There's another option button there, I believe. Oh boy. Yeah, I can't change the volume format because when I click on that, it doesn't show anything. Let me get this other monitor over here. Alright, so here's just this plain Jane. It's going to show exactly what it showed before. No, it didn't. Ah, shit. Well, I'm wrong. Usually what happens, I owe you an apology, Greg. Usually what happens is I have to format the whole thing. But, alright, well, that's that. Saves me from plugging in another monitor. Oops. Alright, cool. So we're going to quit that. We don't need extra languages. We don't need the extra printer drivers. Don't have Xerox, don't have that, don't have a Lexmark. Sure, rest are fine. Sure, why not? This should install pretty quick because it's installing from a hard drive. It's not installing from a CD. So, what's nice is when you're installing it from a hard drive or from the DVD version, you don't need multiple discs swapping around, which is annoying. So, now I do want to plug this into Ethernet because if I do get this installed, I do want to install all the iLife apps and stuff like that because that's play around with digital video stuff or things like that. So. Who here has a Power Mac G5, huh? Who here has one of those? These are interesting machines. I never had one when they were popular. I only got one a few years ago. I always had G4s. I never had G5s. This is in pretty good condition. There's a few dings and scratches here, but overall, it's in pretty nice shape. That's right. Greg plays Unreal Tournament on his. It's a perfect machine for that. Mac got one about 3 years ago. Sad Mac got one in March. And Bruce got one brand new in 2013. Or you mean 2003? You mean 2003, Bruce? I think it's a 5200. We'll double check once we actually get into the... Can I bring up the system profiler? No, I can't. I heard that game's unreal. It goes pretty quick. Now, in my opinion, Tiger is the perfect operating system to install on these. This one originally came with Panther. It could run up to Leopard. So this only supports 3 versions of the Mac OS, which is kind of weird. But I mean, that's what you got. Some of the machines that came after this only supported Tiger and Leopard, only 2 versions of the OS. So, Yeah, I tend not to run Leopard unless I need some updated drivers or things. You know, I just find that I've always found that Tiger is just much more snappier. That's just my personal opinion, though. Doesn't mean it's true, but $40. Wait, you found it in his trash and he sold it to you? I would have said the state law says this is trash. I'm allowed to take it. Yoink. Oh, nice. I had the official install disc in the drive. Hold on. I'll be right back. Something's going on upstairs. Okay, time to restart. No, we're not going to listen to the intro video because I'll get a copyright strike like I did last time. The bunnies were just making noises upstairs. I thought maybe the cat got into the room or something. They were running around, thumping, making all sorts of noises. In my personal opinion, the Snow Leopard beta, there's no reason to install it. Except for bragging rights, there's no functional reason to install that. No functional reason. Now, when we get to the intro music, I will mute the microphone so we don't get a copyright strike because that is copyrighted music. And YouTube will know. Okay, well, we won't get the setup assistant then. I've never gotten that error before. So I have to plug this into another monitor or what? Well, how did it give me a username? Oh, it just gave me the username of admin. Oh, interesting. Yeah, well, I get my music straight from the YouTube audio library, so if they're messing that up, well, there's nothing I can do about that. There we go. It's a little pillar box there, but you know what? That works fine. Alright, so let's see the specs of this thing. Let's see how much memory this has. Oh, we have 4 gigabytes of memory. Hey, that's not bad. 1.8 gigahertz. PowerPC G5. So this is a 7,3 Power Mac. There we go. Okay. I wonder, did it give me a password? Let's see. Let's just do password. Huh, yeah, no password. Okay. Alright, we could change our... Oh, it's stuck. Well, just... Let me change our picture. I always like the little leaf guy. There we go. Cool. You got our Power Mac. Woo! Oh boy. I don't have this is only my third working one. The rest don't work, unfortunately. Oh wait, third or second? Does the other one work? It's either my second working one or the third one. I forget. But yeah, just get an air-cooled one. Yeah, I heard about that, Greg, but it sounds like he was purchasing music from an outfit or getting music from a different outfit. The YouTube audio library stuff is straight from YouTube, so I mean, not that it would be unheard of. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, but I would hope that that wouldn't be an issue there. All right, so we got that set up. Let's see what apps we have off the bat. Automator, chess. I always like doing this in chess. You go in here, and you could change the look of it. I think one's like jaguar. Yeah, fur. Just make it look like weird stuff there. I don't know. Hey Nick, yeah, it's a Power Mac G5 that I picked up, and yeah, just messing around with it. Just installed Tiger on here. Oh yeah, the little used to be able to control it via your voice. Oh, I remember that. The good old days. Let's see. I think this has a super drive in it. Yeah, Pioneer DVD RW. It's a Pioneer 117 model. That's nice. Make the computer play chess with itself. I guess you could do that. It's 1 a.m. already? Wait, really? Oh, snap. I didn't realize how long we're going on here. Sorry if I'm boring anybody. This is going on for 3 hours here. We got 38 people watching, so I guess I'm not boring anybody. So, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Alright, so it is a Saturday. Well, now it's Sunday. But what files do we have on here? Oh, nothing. Okay. Read before you install. At least 256 megabytes of memory and built-in firewire. Welcome to Tiger. Alright, so we could eject that now. We don't need that there. Let's plug in Ethernet. Why the heck not? If I have a spare cable that's not being used for anything. Let me see if this one over here will do. Okay, that might be plugged in. We'll see. Huh. I don't think that Ethernet cable is connected. Huh. Yeah, it did come with an airport antenna, but airport is not showing up on here either. I wonder if the card was removed, maybe installed in another machine that they had at one point. Let's see. No Bluetooth. And no airport card. So yeah, they might have removed that card. I don't know why they would have had the antenna in there. Interesting. But if I go to... Yeah, I don't think this Ethernet cable is plugged in. Let me just get another one here. Excuse me. The network switch is right here. I just need to see if it's actually plugged in or not. Yeah, I don't think it's plugged in. Now let's see if that did it. There we go. See, Greg. All right. Now we got network activity here. We could do some damage. Alright, so yeah, this is 10.4.0, so we definitely want to do an update to this. I used to have the all the things downloaded, but you know what? Over a fiber connection, it should be pretty quick. Yeah, and there's a combo updater right here. It's only 180 megs. Let's just install that. And we could do a bit of a Q&A while this installs. Guys have any questions about old computers? Look at that, less than a minute. Take me longer just to find that if I had it on a hard drive somewhere. That's until Apple takes it down. Where do I get computers from? Just, yeah, just like social media, Facebook Marketplace, Letgo, which has been renamed OfferUp, Craigslist, stuff like that. I can't play any music. YouTube copyright. Sorry. Yes, there is a PowerPC App Store, which is pretty cool. This one came from someone who actually was moving, and they were selling, I told the story before on a previous stream, they were selling a power adapter for a PowerBook Duo. And I said, hey, just by chance, do you have any other Apple stuff? Because why would you just have a power adapter in a box that was sealed? So I figured you might have old stuff. Yeah, they had a titanium PowerBook, they had an iMac Grape, they had a Snow G3 iMac, and they had this computer. So, oh yeah, the Facebook groups are good too, like the Low End Mac Swap USA group. That's a good one. E-waste places, schools, old businesses. I mean, you just gotta ask around. More of the stuff finds me than I search out for it sometimes. So, finishing installation. Yeah, DVD player update. Isn't that nice? I mean, it's all luck, Alex. It's 100% luck. That is all this is. It's always just luck. And there's plenty of stuff I miss out on. Plenty of stuff. Trust me. Trust me. There's plenty of stuff I miss out on that I wish I had. You know, you win some, you lose some. Oh wow, that's a good drive there, Matt. But that's a good pickup. So that's like me driving an hour and a half plus tolls to get to that e-waste dump where I thought that Molar Mac may be, and my goodness, it was there, and I got a bunch of other stuff. There are plenty of videos out there, Matthew, of iTunes and stuff. I'm sure I just can't show it to you. This doesn't have a remote control. Front row was on Leopard, not Tiger. So I am not a developer, so I wouldn't begin to know where to show anything related to Xcode. I mean, I could download the app, but that's about it. Let's see if we could install some games on here and play around. That would be fun. I don't know why you would want to overclock a G5. They run hot enough as they are. Jeez. It was asking for trouble. This might reboot twice, if I recall correctly. I'm just curious why this DVI adapter has a broken VGA thing on the back of it. That's so strange. There's just no VGA where it should be. Yep, there's a second reboot. Oh, how about that? I forgot I had an iPod Shuffle. I think Mike gave this one to me. I think he said, oh, the battery's there. Yeah. They'll play around with that. Yeah, I have a few better cards I could put in here, but it's just what it came with. Literally, I brought this out from the garage, so. Yeah, I think the 12-inch had a 5200 Go or 500 Go or whatever the NVIDIA was. I forgot those are connected. We could eject those. There's nothing really on there. Let's make sure I'm not missing any important notifications. We got more updates. I think there's going to be like 1 billion Java updates. Alright, we'll do this and that'll be it for a while, because we're not going to do updates all day and not play with this machine. That'll be annoying. Migration and CD DVD sharing. Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. QuickTime 7. Still, in my opinion, the best version of QuickTime. Prove me wrong. Because, man, QuickTime 7, there's so many little unsung features from that thing. I don't know why I keep looking over here. You're seeing the back of my head. Let's move the tripod. Oops, let's not hit the Power Mac while we move the tripod. There we go. It's a little bit better. Maybe. Would help if I had OBS back on the screen, because I can't. I'm sort of flying blind here. Sorry. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, exactly, Bruce. I mean, QuickTime 7, you could easily go in, just rotate a video. You could easily go in and strip the complete audio track out. You could add audio. You could do a lot of things just very easily without re-rendering or re-encoding video. Just like, really. And a lot of people who have never used that go, oh, it's garbage. Why would you ever use that? Use a real video editor. And I'm like, you have no idea what you're talking about. It's simply one of those things where, you know, if you don't have a use for it, cool. But, you know, I use it heavily. I still use it every once in a while. There's an old video I have to open, or there's something that doesn't work correctly, or I have to take a video clip out of something. And if you notice, a lot of the codecs that were in QuickTime 7 were pulled out of the newer QuickTime X. So if you try and open like a .dv file or something like that, in the new version of the QuickTime, it will like do this conversion on it. It won't actually just open it up like QuickTime 7 does. So it's like, it's total garbage. So I keep QuickTime 7 in the dock there. And that's going to be a pain if I ever get eventually a new Mac. Like, let's say I get one of the M model Macs. They run Big Sur. I can't run QuickTime 7 on it. So I'm going to have to keep my old Power Mac. Well, I guess a Power Mac. I keep an old Power Mac around, or my Mac Pro around just for that purpose. But Yeah, I mean, maybe there'll be a tool one day to do what it can. I mean, MPEG stream clip or strip stream clip or whatever it's called. That's a good one, but it's not as intuitive as QuickTime, and you still need codecs. So this thing boots off pretty quick. It's just an old spinner hard drive, but I think it's a 160 gigabyte. Alright, so I'm not going to update the software again. I'm just curious. I think it's just going to be like all these Java updates. Alright, let's connect to our network here. I would turn on the Xserve to get the G5s to talk to each other, but I think I'd blow a circuit. You could Google it, my friend. There's plenty of places that have that type of stuff. Okay, macOS system disks. Let's see what we can put on here. The Sims is a fun one. Yeah, let's confirm the graphics cards that's in here. Alright, yeah, this is a GeForce 5200, 64 megabytes of memory. No, not virtual PC. I don't want to burn my house down. Here's the QuickTime MPEG 2 thingy. A bunch of non-computer stuff in here. I don't know why it's in there. Bunch of downloaded crap. No, that's not for PowerPC. Oh, do I have iLife? Oh, that's 11. Yeah, I don't know where iLife would be. Yeah, make it run slowly. Let me connect to something else real quick. Let me just see. Sorry guys, don't mean to be too boring here. I'm just trying to see if there's anything cool I could just put on here quickly and we could have some fun with. Let's see. I thought I had a folder of period appropriate software for this, but it's not making itself apparent. Let me just configure some settings here off camera so nobody steals my registration codes. They're all outdated anyway, I'm sure. So any of you still have a machine that runs Tiger? Pretty handy, believe it or not. Let's see. No, that won't run. That's too new. Messages beta. Oh yeah, that won't run on here. That's an Intel thing. That was the beta version of Messengers, I think. Messages for Mavericks, I think. I have the install discs for. I never played with it. I never got far with that. Let's see. Is there a version of Final Cut? I think this Final Cut Express may work. Read me. Yeah, that'll work. I don't think I have the serial code for it, but we will try. So here's the Final Cut Express. Okay, some Tiger Macs. We got a G4 and a MacBook Pro. You got a eMac and a Quicksilver. Nice, nice. Let's see if we have to enter a serial. Ah! Serialization. Let me see if I can find something real quick. Hold, please. I think I have one. Let's see if this will work. Probably not, but you never know. Nope, I don't think that wants to work. Oh, let me, you know what? I'll grab it from, I think, because I had the actual discs. I know this is very exciting. I apologize. I know I had the actual discs on here somewhere, but I think I saved the numbers on a text file on this computer. So what are your guys' opinions? Do you like Tiger better or do you like Leopard better? I know a lot of people use both. I personally prefer Tiger, but that's just my opinion, not yours. I know Tiger has more drivers and support for some things. I mean, Leopard rather, for more graphics cards and settings and stuff like that. But I don't know. I always feel like Tiger, in my opinion, is just a little bit smoother, a little bit zippier sometimes. Let's see. Where would I have put that? Where would I have put it? I need to find an old version of Final Cut Pro for this machine. That would be fun. To just to get that working. Mess around with some DV video and stuff like that. I don't know. I think that would be fun. Because a lot of people, I've seen this many times before. People on YouTube will get an iMac G3 or something like that, and I agree with you, Mike. They'll get an iMac G3 and they'll be like, "Let's see if we could render video and edit it on an iMac G3," and then they'll give it like an MP4 or an H.264 file, and they'll go, "Oh, it's so slow," and I'm like, "You even realize what you're doing? Use a DV camcorder." You know, let's go back to the period-appropriate software and codecs and hardware. I mean, I know they're just trying to make a silly YouTube video, but you make yourself look like a fool. You sound like a damn fool when you say it wrong. I'm peeking over the side of my microscope here, just so I could read this. Okay, Final Cut Express. Which one do I have here? Oh, wrong keyboard. Version 1. Do I have version 1? Alright, let's see if this will work. And let me turn file sharing on this so I could actually share this file back and forth between machines, and then I'll turn the screen sharing back on. File sharing is starting up. Okay. Let's connect to that from the network. Administrators Power Mac G5. Okay. Yeah, Final Cut Pro there's a bit of a learning curve, but I mean these days with the amount of YouTube videos and tutorials there are and everything, I mean it's so easy to pick up and learn new software. I'm not saying there's not a learning curve to it. I'm just saying it's much easier than it used to be, where you used to struggle and, you know, maybe you'd find a book or something, but it wouldn't be the right version. Or, you know, you'd run into trouble of, you know, you had a specific issue that nobody could help you with or anything like that. So this day and age, it's much easier, I think, you know, personally. But it's not exactly the easiest program to learn. Let's quit that out. Quit that out. Okay, we could share this again now. I'm using the wrong mouse and keyboard on the wrong device. How about that? Alright, so I've never really used Final Cut Express before. Oops. No. We don't want to open up Safari. Okay, so I mean, it looks pretty similar to me. You got your canvas. This, I guess, is where you put your video files and stuff. I don't have any video footage to play around with. Unlike iMovie, which came with some clips, I don't think Final Cut Express did. Oh. But yeah, this is version 1.0 of Final Cut Express. Pretty neat. Oh, I don't know about that. 8.6 is a very stable operating system. Mac OS 9 leaves a little bit to be desired in that department, I would say. But that's just my opinion. Just my opinion. Yeah, so a combo updater there. Old Mac backups might have some stuff. Old Mac software might have some stuff. No, that's too old. That's old Windows crap. UT stuff. Nothing important, but yeah. Does Rosetta run on Tiger that has an Intel CPU? Yes. I think it's what, 10.4 or 10.6 or whatever. 10.4.4, 10.4.6. There was some Rosetta in there because I got an Intel iMac when they first came out, and it had Tiger on it, and you could still run PowerPC apps on it. You couldn't run Classic, but you could run PowerPC. Speaking of Classic, this does not have the Classic control panel on there. I think I need a Mac OS 9 system folder, and I think I have one. Let me move one over. Let's see if that'll work. So I've not played around with that in a while. Macintosh Garden has a folder there. Let me just download that quickly. Let's see how long that's going to take to download. Come on, please, pretty please. There we go. That's going to take a minute or two. No worries, Bruce. See you later. We're probably going to wrap this up soon. I'm just rambling at this point, so it's not... Now you're not missing anything too exciting. I just want to see if Classic works on this, and I'll probably just wrap it up. Not that I have any Classic apps to run. I just don't think I've ever run Classic on a Power Mac here. So, but we got 40 other people watching, according to YouTube. So I thank you everybody for hanging out here on a Saturday night, Sunday morning type stream here. I mean, there's a lot of fun games that I remember growing up. I'm playing Unreal Tournament's one of them. SimCity is one of them. Prince of Persia is another. Star Wars Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast is a fun one. There's just the Carmageddon 2 is a good one. Quake is another one. Doom is another one. Just tons of stuff. It's a whole bunch of stuff. But I don't have anything set up there right now. A Nightfire, yeah, I think that came out for the Mac. I always played the version on the PlayStation or the GameCube though. So 20 seconds or so for the macOS 9 folder to download. I thought I had it on my desktop, but it's a little quicker just to download it this way sometimes. So let me get the shared folder up here so I can just drag and drop that into the system. Did it lose the file sharing connection already? What's going on? There we go. Documents. And I keep using the wrong mouse and keyboard here. It's a bit silly, but that's how I am sometimes. I just drop that in there. And that should work. Whoop, wrong thing. Yeah, so we should just be able to drop this in here. And that should be that. Do I collect telephones? Not really. I don't have a use for them. I do have one or two phones that are just hanging around. But you know what, Nick? If you want to take a picture of it and put it on Discord or email me or whatever, feel free to do that. Pod Racer, that's a fun one. Yes, there were a few Voodoo cards made for the Mac. I have a Voodoo 2 card made for the iMac G3. Then I have one that was made for Power Macs. I still have to do a video on those. I did a live stream of those, but I still have to do a video on them. Those would be fun to do. But there's a lot of testing and preparation and stuff I need to do for that. So it's been something on the back burner for a while. Maybe I'll get to it soon. Who knows? Oops. I clicked the wrong thing. Accidentally closed. There we go. Alright, so it's a problem with using the wrong keyboard. Let's go to System Folder. Okay. Yeah, see, we're not seeing Classic there. It's not going to see it on the startup disk because this won't boot from it. Let me just reboot the machine. I'm very curious. I don't know if it should be able to run Classic unless I'm mistaken. I could be. Again, I'm not really familiar with G5s. Hello, Dan. Welcome to the stream. Yes, I did do a live stream video of the Voodoo card on the iMac. So if you want to check that out, you can. Yes, LGR did a few Voodoo videos, and it turns out that you could just use a PC card from a Voodoo 2. Most PC cards, a Voodoo 2 PC card, on a Mac, and it would work fine. Let's just see. Yep, it's not showing up here, so up there it is. There we go. How about that? There we go. Classic is here, and it's looking for a system folder, and it found one. There we go. Let's show. Let's show it in the menu bar. Yeah, there we go. Memory and versions. Extensions off. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, let's start classic. Yes, yes, yes. Sure. There we go. That's cool. Start up pretty darn quick. And I don't have any real classic apps to run. I mean, we could. Oh boy, this is gonna be some fun here. Probably not gonna load, honestly. Oh, there you go. Let's see. And television lives. Wow. Yeah, just search on my channel for Voodoo. It'll come up. You just gotta look around for some things. Ultra Mac games. 1001 games. I'm sure most of those are garbage. Oh, I had this, I think. Oh, geez, did I ever make a copy of that? There was a shareware disc we had. It's called like Games 32 or Games 64 or something like that. Games A1. That's what it was. Games A1. I don't think it's even on the Garden. Now, it was cracked. The disc was cracked, but I think I made a copy of it ages ago. It's probably here somewhere. I'd have to archive that and put it on the Garden, but it was a bunch. It was just a bunch of shareware stuff. Yeah, it was just a bunch of shareware stuff. Wow. Mac Action Pack. Here we go. Oh, Bungie. That's perfect. We'll see if there's anything interesting to run on there. But well, if I try and access the Bungie site on here, I don't think it's gonna be too happy because of the SSL and security stuff. But yeah, I'm trying to think of where that disc would be. I have a spindle like this of like just CDs and stuff like that. It would probably be in there, but I'm not going to go hunting for it at this hour. Probably after we test this, I'll end the stream just because we've been doing this for a while. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, the disc, it's not cracked badly. I think it's cracked on the outside, like the outer edge, and thankfully I don't think there's much information that was written on there. And I think last time I tried to copy it, I think I copied it correctly. I just have no idea where that disc is. It's in a... I know it when I see it. It's just... It has sort of like a... It looks like a dartboard. It's like a yellow and gray and green and black pattern. It looks like a dartboard. But I have to see... Yeah, physically cracked, not license cracked. Physically cracked is a physically cracked thing. Oh, boy. A sack of Mac action. Dana's still awake. Hey, Dana. Thank you for keeping me company. He's like, not for long. I'm going to bed. Screw you. Yes, I know you're joking. The fans are making some noise here, but not too bad. Not too bad. Let's see what this has, isn't it? Marathon 2, Marathon Infinity, Myth 2 demo. Oh, you're in bed now. Get all cozy. Get all cozy with your little Macintosh there. What'd I do? No, 6 minutes, but I want it now. Daddy, make the download go faster. That's what happens when the US mirror of Macintosh Garden is down. Yeah, I mean, I want to play around with this machine more. The Firewire camcorder, maybe import some DV footage and do a retro video editing video on this thing. That'll be fun. That'll be fun to do, but I just don't have that stuff set up at the moment to do that, so that'll be a little frustrating to do. And it's too late to be messing around with that at this point. Have any of you played Marathon before, or even heard of Bungie before they were, known specifically just for Halo? I mean, the story goes, and you've seen the videos probably on YouTube, that Halo was destined just for the Macintosh before Microsoft bought out Bungie Studios. And so, yeah, that was the thing. We would have gotten Halo just on the Mac. I don't know if it, what would have happened differently, but I mean, geez, that would have been cool. I mean, we eventually got it on the Mac, but it was a crummy port. Yes, this is a G5 tower. Oh, you just got a dual 2 gigahertz. Cool. This is a dual 1.8 2004 model. So yours is faster. Congratulations. 5 minutes. Boy, oh boy. Let's see. What applications we have? Automator here. Calculator. And calculate things. Unable to update the currency exchange rates at this time. Yeah. I wouldn't imagine you could. $84 times 84. Yeah, that's a calculator for you. iChat. Oh, good old iChat. I have to start like an iChat server on my Xserve. Redefines video conferencing. Oh man, yeah, I could use my .Mac account, but the AOL servers have changed. Ain't gonna work. Oh, Sherlock. Oh boy. How do I delete that? I just made a folder. I don't want it anymore. There you go. Yeah, they used to have these, all these, you could search eBay and all this stuff, and, oh man. Sherlock was pretty neat back then. I didn't really use it, though. But, dashboard. Yeah, the weather widget doesn't work anymore, unfortunately. That'd be cool if somebody could make a new one for it. They're just HTML and CSS, so... Let's see. Yeah, but Macintosh Garden is a great site. If you are not familiar with it, just go to macintoshgarden.org. There's a bunch of cool legacy stuff there. A lot of fun stuff there to check out. I didn't launch iTunes yet. Let's see what version of iTunes came on this. Yeah. Was it 4 something? Yep, iTunes 4. No. It wants to try and download iTunes 12. Yeah, no. Good old iTunes. Back before it was a bloated hot mess. Let's see what other Bungie things are on Macintosh Garden. Not that we're going to download much of anything else, but... Yeah, there's Halo. I have the disc for that somewhere. Marathon Beta. A small beta was released in Marathon early stages. Oh, that's cool. Marathon Trilogy box set. I always heard of this Oni game. I've never played it, though. Weekend Warrior I have a disc of. Let me see if I can find the system requirements for that Star Wars game. I remember going into the Apple Store, and they had a demo of it, or I downloaded the demo of it. It was a Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Outcast. Yeah, here it is. And we just turned all the settings on max, and the G4 was just like, yeah, this is nothing. It was a Quicksilver or MDD or one of those. Yeah, let's see. Here it is. Yeah, 400 megahertz or faster, 256 megabytes of memory. I mean, it'll run on like a Sawtooth fine. It even ran on slower machines, but yeah, I mean, yeah, this was a fun game, and it was released on consoles and stuff too. Let's see what people are saying here. Yeah. Oh, there was a universal update for this, huh? Okay. Go to the Wayback Machine here to look at the old Aspire support page. If the page will load. Decompressing zip file. Yay! Oh yeah, Dana. This game, I remember dialing up to play my friend on this game. It was a fun one, man. Oh boy. Unsupported beta. The multiplayer has not changed, does not include this update to install. Lightsabers once again block shots properly. Various other bug fixes originating in emergency universal binary patch. Ooh. I'll just grab it just for the heck of it. Not that I'm gonna play it on this machine, but hey, here's our Bungie pack. Alright, so Oni preview. Okay. Oh, it's just like a little trailer. Probably gonna get a copyright match, so let's lower the volume here. A dark future. I keep doing that. I keep using the wireless keyboard in front of me as my main keyboard, and I keep closing the YouTube Studio so I can't see your comments. Sorry. Move the keyboard over there. So I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm getting tired. I'm gonna stop streaming in a minute. I just there we go. Go back to where I was here. Yep. Now I'm playing my own audio through here. That's yeah. The system requirements for Jedi Knight were only like a 400 megahertz machine, 256 megabytes of memory. You need an ATI or NVIDIA card. I think that was about it. They were pretty lax, but I mean, obviously, if you turned all the graphics and stuff, it would run. You got desktop patterns here. Kind of looks like that got messed up. I don't know. Okay, it's a little weird, but sure. Maybe there are Photoshop files on there. All right, let's see how Marathon runs here under Classic. So I don't have the audio going through here, but Arrival. He arrived to fight the amazing Rondo. Oh yeah, I remember this now. Use the number pad here. Wait, how do you shoot? Is it control? Oh, space. Oh, that got him. Splat. Hey, it's running fine under Classic. I mean, this isn't like a graphically intensive game for a G5 to play, even under emulation, but or virtualization, I should say. I don't know. Oh. Good night, David. Thanks for stopping by. How do you open that door? Shift, down, 0, enter. You can't shoot at it. Huh. I should probably read the instructions. Probably. Maybe not. That's where I came in. Oh, someone's making noises. I could change to my fists. I remember running out of ammo and punching things. Huh. Might be tab. Oh. Yeah, that's it. But doesn't wanna go. Crouch down. There might be some other switches. I haven't played this game in so long. How dare you hit me? There's a little thingy here. Yes, I could play this on... I could play this on a lot of machines. Ah! Splat. Well, I know what I'm doing, but I probably last played this game for reals, like actually sat down and played it over 20 years ago. I don't know. Oh, that was fun though. Glad to see that it runs fine under Classic, so that's good for anybody who owns a PowerPC Mac that you want to run it on. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to show you guys. I'm getting kind of tired, so probably going to stop streaming in a minute. But that was having fun with the Power Mac. And we got to fix up that Macintosh 2. We installed the battery sockets on them. I keep saying they're other things. They're battery holders. But yeah, that's about it. Anybody have any questions or anything before I call it quits? I mean, we've been having fun here for almost 4 hours here, so let's not push our luck. But I'm glad this machine works pretty well. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it quite yet. Right now it's just taking up space by my desk. I'll probably put it back in the garage. But yeah, guess that's about it. But I did have a video that came out recently where I played around with the little Sharp LCD television. There is a video that I'm working on that will come out soon. I am still shopping for a camera. I'm probably, well, I know I'm going to return the Sony one I got. I'm not 100% thrilled with it, so I'm going to return it. I didn't modify an Apple TV, but Ken on the Computer Clan has, so look up his video. And I will check out that scaler for you, Dana. But yeah, that's about it. So thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. Please like this video. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. My handle is Mac84TV. And if you want to support me on Patreon, like I know some of you do, well, you can do that as well. Just go to patreon.com/Mac84. And for as little as like $1 a month, that's the starting tier. If you support me at that too, you get access to behind-the-scenes videos, stuff that hasn't been posted publicly yet, and discounts on shirts and other cool stuff. So you can do that as well, but hope you guys have a good weekend. Have a good Thanksgiving if you're in the U.S. and you celebrate that. Stay safe. Go enjoy yourself, and that's about it. So take care, guys, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.